I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step with me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step with me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step with me, baby, slide, slide.
I've been thinking about your love tonight, love tonight, love tonight. Just wanna be the one to treat you right, treat you right, treat you right. I've been thinking about your love tonight, love tonight, love tonight. Just wanna be the one to treat you right, treat you right, treat you right. I've been thinking about your playing a part, yeah, left me stunning. All of these things I never knew I wanted. Deep down I probably always saw it coming, but I thought I could let go, dodging echoes. Deep down I probably always saw it coming. I think I saw it coming. Now I'm in a free fall with nothing to hold on to. Racing for the end, pray for the wind. Just slow down the feeling and let me somewhere new. Staring down the ground, it's coming soon. Wishing I could just free fall into you. Hey yeah, hey yeah, yeah. Wishing I could just free fall into you. Hey yeah, hey yeah, yeah. Wishing I could just free fall into you. Hey yeah, hey yeah, yeah. Wishing I could just free fall into you. Hey yeah, hey yeah, yeah. Words dripping from my lips like forbidden honey. Heart in your stomach on the verge of running. Deep down you probably always saw it coming, but I thought I could let go, dodging echoes. Deep down I probably always saw it coming. I think I saw it coming, but it was too much to say, too much to face. Down, save face and hoped it would work out. Played safe and hope that you come around, around, around. But now it's too much to take, too much to figure out. Checkmate, nothing to say now. Dead weight, we're on the way down. Now I'm in a free fall with nothing to hold on to. Racing for the end, pray for the wind. Just slow down the feeling and let me somewhere new. Staring down the ground, it's coming soon. Wishing I could just free fall into you. Hey yeah, hey yeah, yeah. Wishing I could just free fall into you. Hey yeah, hey yeah, yeah. Wishing I could just free fall into you. Hey yeah, hey yeah, yeah. Wishing I could just free fall into you. Hey yeah, hey yeah, yeah. Hey yeah, hey yeah, yeah. Hey yeah, hey yeah, yeah.
Nights like these are therapy. I feel my sorrows fading, fading away. I close my eyes to see the light that's shining deep inside me. I just can't sleep, get lost in these moments. Can't press repeat, gotta freeze it and hold it. I'm in too deep, as deep as the ocean. No, I just can't sleep, 'cause I'm lost in these moments. Na 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 na.
I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide. About your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide.
I've been thinking about your love tonight, love tonight, love tonight. Just wanna be the one to treat you right, treat you right, treat you right. I've been thinking about your love tonight, love tonight, love tonight. Just wanna be the one to treat you right, treat you right, treat you right. Playing a part, yeah, left me stunning. All of these things I never knew I wanted. Deep down I probably always saw it coming, but I thought I could let go, dodging echoes. Deep down I probably always saw it coming. I think I saw it coming. Now I'm in a free fall with nothing to hold on to. Racing for the end. Pray for the wind to slow down the feeling and let me somewhere new. Staring down the ground, it's coming soon. Wishing I could just free fall into you. Hey yeah, wishing I could just free fall into you. Hey yeah, wishing I could just free fall into you. Hey yeah, wishing I could just free fall into you. Hey yeah, words dripping from my lips like forbidden honey. Heart in your stomach on the verge of running. Deep down you probably always saw it coming, but I thought I could let go, dodging echoes. Deep down I probably always saw it coming. I think I saw it coming, but it was too much to say, too much to face. Down, save face and hoped it would work out. Played safe and hope that you come around. But now it's too much to take, too much to figure out. Checkmate, nothing to say now. Dead weight, we're on the way down. Now I'm in a free fall with nothing to hold on to. Racing for the end. Pray for the wind to slow down the feeling and let me somewhere
Nights like these are therapy. I feel my sorrows fading, fading away. I close my eyes to see the light that's shining deep inside me. I just can't sleep, get lost in these moments. Can't press repeat, gotta freeze it and hold it. I'm in too deep, as deep as the ocean. No, I just can't sleep, cause I'm lost in these moments. Na 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 na. Lost in these moments. Na na lost in these moments. Na 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 na. Lost in these moments. Na 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 na. Lost in these moments. We break away and disobey. We feel our sorrows fading, fading away. We got tonight to share the light. Yeah, we can make it better. I just can't sleep, get lost in these moments. Can't press repeat, gotta freeze it and hold it. Yeah, I'm in too deep as the ocean. No, I just can't sleep, cause I'm lost in these moments. Na 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 na. Lost in these moments. Na na na
I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide. Your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide.
Dripping from my lips like forbidden honey. Heart in your stomach on the verge of running. Deep down you probably always saw it coming, but I thought I could let go, dodging echoes. Deep down I probably always saw it coming. I think I saw it coming, but it was too much to say, too much to face. Down, save face and hoped it would work out. Played safe and hoped that you come around. But now it's too much to take, too much to figure out. Checkmate, nothing to say now. Dead weight, we're on the way down. Now I'm in a free fall with nothing to hold on to. Racing for the end, pray for the wind to slow down the feeling and let me somewhere
Nights like these are therapy. I feel my sorrows fading, fading away. I close my eyes to see the light that's shining deep inside me. I just can't sleep, get lost in these moments. Can't press repeat, gotta freeze it and hold it. I'm in too deep, as deep as the ocean. No, I just can't sleep, cause I'm lost in these moments. Na 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 na. Lost in these moments. Na 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 na. Lost in these moments.
lovely people, and welcome to the final day of the Spotlight Series Pacific here at GES Asia. I'm Achilleos here alongside Chober for our last day of competition, the grand final between RRQ and DRX to see who is going to be taking home the lion's share of that 60K prize pool. 20 for first place, 15 for the runners-up, but then you've also got those sweet MVP awards to go alongside with it.
Exactly, that's another big bonus 5K, one from the VCT roster and then one from one of the two Game Changers players on each of the rosters as well. So we'll see who picks that up. Obviously, plenty of opportunities to show us what they got since it is a BO5 today. And if you've been following along, you know both of these rosters, they have been popping off this whole week.
No, they really have been, but RRQ, they've come out unscathed for the most part. Just the one map drop to Global Esports. Otherwise, 2-0 over DRX, 2-0 over T1. So in theory, they do come into this looking like the favorites to take the whole thing when they went up against DRX. They, you know, a very close first map of that Corrode, a 14-12 for them. And then they kind of blew DRX out of the water, I believe a 13-6 on DRX's pick of Abyss.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a little bit of a rockier road here for DRX, but we saw them scrape by with a win over Global yesterday.
Yes, exactly. So they've shown a couple of those weaknesses as well. Meanwhile, on the DRX side, also, you know, fairly smooth here. Obviously, the loss to RRQ to kick things off, but able to close things out. Of course, GE kind of giving everyone a little bit of trouble, but we'll see which one of these is going to really take that trophy today and walk towards that $20,000.
It's always nice when you do have a legit trophy ready to go, and we even have it rotating on stage. Look at that. Americas could never. Have to get a dig in.
It feels nice because this is the first time I play with a mixed roster and we did pretty well.
We expect to go to the finals, but maybe not as smooth as like our path right now.
난 사실 올 거라고 생각은 못했고 첫 경기 때는 살짝 암울했지만 그래도 두 번째 세 번째 경기 때 올라와서 나쁘지 않다고 생각하고 있고
最初はオフライン初めての環境ですごい緊張してたからなんか手こずったけど慣れてきたから明日は大丈夫かなって思います
I think our strength is we're always just having fun, always like playing together, and our chemistry on the spot is just different.
DRX의 강점은 저희는 조금 교전으로 풀어나가는
I think we are just better at making decisions together as a team.
저희가 조금 더 젊다, 조금 더.
Flashback?
Flashback.
저요?
It's just crazy in my opinion, and he shoots really well, and the timing that he got every time is always good.
감사합니다.
I would say the Bane and Nia.
이럴 수가. 너무한 청년들. 뭐 많은 분들이 이럴 때 이제 저를 한 번씩 뽑으시더라고요. 근데 이제 막상 들어가면은 제가 이긴 적도 훨씬 많고 그래서 내일 한번 붙어봐야 할 것 같습니다.
Serena, I'm gonna beat you tomorrow and hopefully let's get dinner together after.
그래? 그러면 우리가 이기면 뭐 막창이랑 갈비살 뭐 다 사줄게.
See you in the match. We will come with full force. Hopefully you're ready for us.
絶対に勝ちます
1패했던 팀이 이제 RRQ였고 이번에는 복수를 한번 해보고 싶습니다.
You guys need to see our back because I'm gonna knife you.
I think prior to yesterday, maybe a little bit of an empty threat there from Xfero, but was very much able to deliver on that multiple times. So more knife kills in a single series than we'd really ever seen before. But here they are making their way out onto the stage. Effectively our first seeds going into this grand final here of RRQ. And they're very correct in that interview. The just cohesion and the synergy that's been built up between these players over the span of just a few days has been fantastic to see.
Exactly. I mean, we've seen it kick off pretty well, and now it looks even better than it did on day one. Like they said, they're always moving as a unit, making decisions as a unit, covering for each other, and we'll see if that looks even stronger against DRX, who also has been improving on that front, albeit a little bit on the back foot in the beginning.
Lovely to see Alexi and Aneri applauding the DRX players as they walk their way out onto stage. But we've been seeing so many great plays from both sides. Both of these teams in the tournament have absolutely had their moments. Serena, that massive 4K to really assist in DRX being able to close out that final map of the road over Global Esports, etc. It's been awesome to see how these players have been performing here at this event, and I have high expectations as we get ready to go into this best of 5.
Coach Warbirds here with the RRQ crew and Coach OD stepping in for this event from the DRX Academy crew. And they've both been calling some good timeouts as well, so very curious which maps we're going to see, how things are going to pan out. I did find it interesting that the RRQ players kind of picked on Bane a little bit because he put up 28 kills in that overtime on Perot the last time they met.
Yeah, he was a big performer there. Maybe a little bit quieter in the matches yesterday, but we'll see if he's woken up as we get ready to go into this one. We see Pearl Bind going to be banned out, so split the first pick from DRX, a map that RRQ has not yet had to play in this tournament, but we're also going to get our first Sunset, which no one has played at all.
Yeah, I had almost forgotten that that was even in the map pool. But good to see that. A nice assortment of selections, like you said, a little bit of variety to wrap up the event here at the Spotlight Series Pacific. Warbirds really sharing his thoughts here. You can tell that, you know, as much as they are having fun, again, there is a prize on the line, there's a trophy on the line. It is the Spotlight Series, you know, happening in all the different regions, so you want to hold that title to your name.
Well, it's actually going to be RRQ just going for something very stock standard here overall. So the Viper Omen, you've got the Sky there, they're running the Deadlock variety, but Ring is still going to be sticking with this Reyna as is flashback with the Jet. So no real changes from the DRX camp.
Yeah, we'll see if that Reyna continues to be able to find some value. There were a couple of moments where Ring started to struggle a little bit yesterday on different maps, and that's generally what you see with the Reynas once you get figured out, once the angles, people get used to them a little bit. You're not going to be able to get that value because you need a frag first to get any sort of util and space creation value for your team.
Double duelist versus the very defensive-heavy setup from RRQ. It'll be a big clash of styles, but I think a lot of this is just going to come down to the individual prowess and perhaps some more hero plays as we've been seeing throughout the last couple days here.
Yeah, curious how the Viper's going to play out here from RRQ. I think just, you know, given the map, as it traditionally always has been good for Viper, but also all of the changes that we have in the patch right now in the game, it is going to prove to be a little bit annoying for DRX, especially like you mentioned, when they're playing that double duelist and it's Jet Reyna. You're not going to have as much other utility to kind of dance around the Viper setup, something like that with maybe like a Waylay or a Yoru. Just kind of have to send it at some point.
And I think that's a safe expectation, though, given how both of these teams have been playing. Just sending it, I actually quite like the idea of that being the play style because, I mean, we've got SCA on the one side, and then we've got DRX who loves to try to contain that play style historically. So if we're just going to get those big clashes, then I think it's going to make for a very entertaining best of 5. But maybe one that's going to be a bit tiring, not for us, but for the players. Because, you know, you're going into this, if it ends up going all the way to 5, can be very tiresome and something that not necessarily everybody on the stage is going to be used to.
Yeah, you know, we heard from Nia that it's her first time actually playing at an offline tournament at all. So I hadn't really taken that into consideration, but she hasn't had that opportunity yet. So that's a big boost to her experience. But now she's got a couple days under her belt. See if it's enough to carry her through a full BO5 on stage with the lights, with a crowd here. You know, it is still the weekend now that we've got more people filing in with that free time. See if she can stand up to that pressure. She did step up yesterday with all of that.
I was going to say, I think Mia has been a big bright spot for DRX. Some really great performances coming out on the controller role. So, you know, for a first time bringing, or rather being on an offline stage, I'd say that I'm damn impressed. And if you're just going to be able to take this experience and then carry that over, especially just given the comp situation here.
Yes, we talked about that yesterday.
Because typically you're going to have Serena who's able to communicate in Japanese. She was doing translation work just yesterday for you during the interview. But then kind of pivoting over where it's like, okay, well now everybody else on this team is Korean rather than Japanese. I'd say that it's been very impressive for Mia.
Yeah, and everyone else also pitching in to kind of do as much comms in Japanese as possible. So DRX making sure they figure out their own solution, but it does look like both teams are ready, and I cannot wait because I expect things to be pretty speedy and feisty right off the pistol.
Fans here in the arena. It's been a good weekend overall, you could say, for Korean esports. Fans in Guangzhou getting ready to spot this out, and then of course everybody else checking out Worlds at the same time as Lexi shot into the shoulder here by Fring. Bam looking for a little bit more, but Lexi not going to be giving him the angle.
Yeah, still just fishing for it just in case. That kind of wastes a lot of the time on that Poison Cloud. So we're going to see Flashback getting quite a bit of value having pushed up to it already.
I can feel very confident that Viper won't have scaled forward, so now take this space freely into mid. He's ridden to the top of the vent rope, and Lexi comes away with 2. Flashback fade, both gonna be taken down. Monette now arriving over at Mail as Mia runs out of bullets. And suddenly all on Serena, who's not gonna be able to find a damn thing, and that's a flawless pistol going over to RRQ.
Yeah, I was about to say there is technically still a pinch on RRQ, but it was only one person on each side. So I kind of held my thought figuring, I mean, worst case, DRX can barrel through. But Alexi picking off both just in a row completely now locks up DRX, unable to move either way. And of course, after that, Serena just left on the flank. I do like that RRQ also kind of just pushed out with their utility on either side as well once they gave up mid. So already some good map control throughout the pistol.
A Sheriff going to be forced here by freeing 950 credits. But getting rewarded for it, just fishing through the smoke, and that's Xfero now taken down.
Still got the big guns here with the Outlaw and the Bulldog. She barely finds Serena, surviving with 20 HP, but a frag is a frag. You'll still be able to keep that Spectre for the time being. He doesn't have any backup, though, so if he drops that, things could start swinging DRX's way.
I mean, it's no backup, but it's also obviously unhealable damage, given that he's the one playing the Sky. And he's going to try to tail one forward and get the collapse here onto Cushy, and he's able to do so. Flashback with a nice little play. Suddenly scoops up a Spectre, and we've been seeing a fair few of these when the pistol dropped the anti-eco rounds. As Freeing going to be the one to go ahead and get this spike planted.
Yeah, suddenly you're not feeling too good. Freeing also still has that Sheriff. He's good for it. You got the trap play ready as well with the Paranoia as soon as you get contact up in Evan.
I'll try to send this and escort Flashback forward to be able to find the kill. Outlaw obviously not going to necessarily be the best weapon to try to get a retake going with, and Flashback is able to collect it. Lexi now down. A lot of this is going to have to be on Monette. He's able to find that elimination. As now the push up in towards Heaven. They planted it just in a position to where I believe they can get a tuck away. Looking for the spam out, but the reload runs out of bullets, so the round will still go the way of RRQ, but nothing will be retained. It's a 4K for Flashback. It's over halfway towards the Blades. It also gets all of these weapons out of RRQ's hands.
Yeah, so the only thing DRX missed out was actually the round win, right? They get the spike plant, they take away all the weapons, you pick up one for yourself at the end with the Bulldog or maybe even the Outlaw, depending on your choice here, considering that everyone's going to have to buy back up. And so DRX feeling very happy about that. Even I didn't quite catch that he had already swapped to the Bulldog away from the Spectre. And so there you go, the Outlaw in hand, and look at the armor situation on RRQ.
Yeah, the further swap, and like you're saying, armor-wise, not there. Xfero, you can tell a little bit antsy about that peak, eventually goes for it. Flashback offsetting his aim there with some movement. He's unable to find that elimination, so Xfero can breathe a sigh of relief. Tuck back. And he needs to stay alive because he's the only one with a proper rifle.
Exactly. The problem now is, like you said, he's happy to stay alive, but he has to hide away, give up all this space. So now you're going to have to start using your util way before the minute mark just to see where DRX is, and they are happy. Draw it all this time. What a push out from Cushy.
Big Punish also had that second layer of Veneri ready to wrap down from ramp, so we'll be able to find that kill. Slow drift across to grab the weapon. Cushy now with the Vandal as well, and suddenly things start looking up for RRQ. Barrier mesh gone in garage, but still have that trip on the exit into sight.
Yeah, I do like, thinking back on that push out, you already had to use your util. You just want to confirm as soon as the cages come up. And this allows him to make the decision that we're just going to leave B-side empty. We'll just play for time here. You still have a 3-man stack for a couple picks.
Trap there just around the corner. And only sent through. No net come through here from Xfero. Just allowing for the plant to come in. Waiting for RRQ to get the ducks in a row. Be ready to go for the 5-player retake attempt.
You have one flash. No paranoia.
now lobbed in. Monette pushing forward here, that Bucky in hand. Shots going over towards Freeing's way. He's worried about the player up in heaven, but as soon as he gets a chance to get a glimpse on them, his flashback's able to find one, but now suddenly it's just Bane. Is it a fuse? Once again being stuck here by Monette, but he's just not going to have the weaponry to try to get it done. Still, again, similar situation. Solid damage from RRQ. DRX this time are able to find the round win.
Yeah, it's like you said, just a flip of it. You consider you had an outlaw against nobody with full armor, and all of that considered. RRQ, decent damage. They'll be happy with that one. This was, in theory, their bonus round. So you take away whatever you can in terms of resources, and now you've banked up enough for full armor and an Odin for Kushi, along with the Seekers. So the Sky can now control so much of the map here for RRQ.
Get out of my way.
Of course, do have the knives here for flashback. Just some spam from Kushi. She bangled back by screens, but Monette, so really further forward, is able to find flashback. So Jet now out of the equation. Spot onto the shoulder of Veneri. Just go ahead and send out the boom bot, make sure they're not scaling forward towards Mail. As Serena trying her hand, is breaching this heaven position, but Monette still able to hold his own.
Freeing has to do something right now in mid. Yeah, almost good for two, but now, even more so, it has to become the Freeing show. If he can't get a multi-kill, this round is down the drain.
Double face, now the last one standing, and Alexi is there on the flank. RQ maintaining control and gaining a 2-round lead.
Yeah, a lot of times, you know, in the past, the only thing you'd ever have to worry about was that op buy. Nowadays, especially on any map, I guess, it's champs, got to worry about the Odin. What are you going to do? How do you break through it? And when you don't have these other duelists that can maybe TP across, get back to the team, you know, across the map, it gets a little tough. You just have to find a good timing when the spam's not coming through to create some space.
Well, down to almost a full Sheriff Eco. Bane not wanting to spend any additional credits here. Won't even have the C's. Sends out that Haunt to try to start the round. Of course, playing on 11.08. 40 seconds till that one's ready to go. Push in from flashback. Finds a tiny little lick of damage there, and narrowed down to 82.
Spam to make sure. Yep. Keep them at bay. And I mean, you see DRX just hoping to find some information. You know, the Prowler goes out in garage. That allows him to take some space in on B. But now, unless you get the first pick, it really just means you get picked apart.
Mary now taking another shot down to 40. This poke and prod from flashback has been good overall, but still a ways away from getting themselves into a sight, and it's going to be 48 seconds remaining on the clock. Alexi with a reposition now, sliding forward here behind the box, but Prowler does get the scalp, but look at the damage! Oh my God! Oh, that is just so unlucky for Freeing. The spray and pray eventually does connect. All it takes is one.
30 seconds
right
left.
to the dome.
Considering maybe looking for a little bit more. 25 seconds left to go, though, in this round, which is looking very much over. The players, I mean, they need to die. They need to get the death bonus. Maybe would like to take somebody down with her if possible. Xfero down to a single shot, but as the trip does go through, Xfero will find the hit. It's a flawless for RRQ. Now move up by 3.
Yeah, just one of those rounds where sure you have the Sheriffs, but if they're not peeking out, if they're not taking the fight with you, then you just can't land the shot. And when you're playing Jet, Reyna, and then just the fade, there's not really much else you can do through smokes on this composition. Yet still has that Judge in hand.
There.
They're playing the defender side on split, plenty of chokes. No reason to commit further credits into it if the Judge is getting the job done for you. Well, maybe we would see a shift to an outlaw, just given the economic situation for DRX, but not to be. Maybe a shallow snake bite, but flashback able to get out in front of that one and eventually collects the kill, rides the paranoia. Would have expired there onto Alexi. Swinging around the back, the Judge doing an immense amount of damage, puts him to 6. It's going to be Cushy, however, arriving now from Alley to be able to find that elimination, gives himself a second screen, gets taken down. Flash around the back of Pillar, Bane out from Raptors, finding one, but Monette still here within the smoke, but runs out of shells, has a swap to the Sheriff. And it's a perfect timing check there from Bane to be able to collect the elimination.
Yeah, now finding things quiet down a little bit. I was a little scared when Cushy was holding on to the site, But DRX has decent positions, another smoke goes out as well, so they can mostly focus on Alley right now.
No C's. Nothing else to really slow this up. Just take the blast back forward, but Bane, a quick, easy adjustment, finds an area, finds Xfero, 4K from him to go ahead and get DRX a second round win.
Love to see that DRX just didn't slow down, despite obviously there being some danger. The Nightfall actually helping out a ton and keeping Cushy locked up behind the pillar. Not able to really move out to safety, has to use a guiding light, and then just gets picked off on his way back in. If it wasn't for that Nightfall, I think he might have just held the angle with the Odin, and DRX might not have gotten through the site.
Yeah, still going to be in a very healthy position there. You can see Nary now being able to buy up, get that operator with full armor behind it. Flashback though. Saying, you know what? I think I like that Judge thing. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, he's been pushing up very aggressively. Well,
This
okay.
just double peeks into mid. This is working so damn well here for RRQ.
So much value on these holds. A push out of A main as well.
Not even 20 seconds into this, and there's just two
No.
players left.
You almost have to start considering the save anyway. Looking at the creds right now for the remaining players here for DRX. You'll be able to muster something up, but you did just get that win, so your econ will ping pong back and forth.
It's about to be a double stack, and there's an Odin on the opposite side of this as well as the operator. Yeah. To avoid the damage there from the paint shell. Boombot into the base, finds one. Has to go for the reload, and oh man, he's thinking about that knife. He's only thinking. Well, won't be able to go for it. Not safe enough, but oh, it just locks her in place, and still will be able to collect the kill at the end of it all.
Oh man.
Once again, DRX in a bad spot economically.
Yeah, it's not looking too hot. They should be able to get some sort of half buy, but if they want to be able to get multiple rounds in a row, they are going to have to plan ahead and not expend all of their resources. So we'll see when it comes down to. In fact, just a couple of hero rifles, and otherwise they will save up.
Yeah, just Vandal and a Guardian here freeing him. He's had this Empress for quite some time, but just never gotten into a position where he feels comfortable with the weaponry to actually commit to it.
Lots of people on ramp, though. Decent positioning here from DRX to make a move.
Toxin screen down.
Mania with the paranoia. Sends it. And Alexi profits from it, finds 2 kills. Cushy's just pushing. It's just going to be more eliminations found, so no real reprieve here for DRX. The 2 forced weapons now stranded. It's just a Sheriff Ed Classic in hand for Bane and Mia.
Yeah, Bane now back onto his own classic. Obviously, was wielding the RRQ Classic, their own champions, as a little nod and thank you to them. But honestly, I was wondering, because you called out the Empress. I mean, that's one of those ultimates that at some point, maybe you just use it, you know, hope for a good round. This would have been a round where it might have even helped. He would have still gotten the heal while he was repositioning after the first kill, but he has to go for the overheal and gets taken out.
Seems like Mia's job is going to be to try to sell this over towards B, but just given the player advantage, RRQ can just stay on 2-2 split, and now the spike is going to be dropped. So forced to rotate around. Mia draw any additional blood here.
Well, this is a brutal hold.
I mean, yeah, they'd love to give this one over to Cushy. He's the one missing the ultimate, but will be taken by Alexi, who already has that hit online. Slightly an optimal play there, RRQ. They don't seem too concerned about it, given the scoreline at the moment. It's 6-2.
Yeah, I think they'll be okay, and you know, it's multiple people still just one away, so you can bank on that coming up at least, of course, before the half ends, and make sure you get 1 or 2 more rounds.
10 seconds
Should
left.
guarantee you a lead. Currently already at 6.
There it is. The timeout call coming through. I mean, I think that, you know, it's one of these things where it's like, what do you expect more? For the defensive-sided comp that's running this Omen Viper with a deadlock to be able to very much profit on the defender side, or for the double duelist to be able to punch through it. Either way, DRX not exactly happy with the outcome. Probably would have been expecting this to be, you know, a little bit more even, 4-4 perhaps, but
Yeah.
not to be found.
Yeah, I think, you know, like you mentioned, yes, you both kind of playing on the strengths where you wanted to make a difference. But especially considering, again, that it's a Jet Reyna and not some other combination of double duelists, I think you need more here, because otherwise it's basically the same story, right? You still just have to get frags on defense. It's not like you can be stalling with your util with something like the paint chills or the saturate. You just have to be able to land your shots. Yeah, I guess you could argue that's going to be easier with the angles you're given on the defensive side and you're holding those angles. But you would want at least 4 total to feel like you were okay. Obviously, 5 was probably the ideal landmark here for DRX. None of the ultimates big impact ults either, given the agents they're playing. The biggest one will be the Nightfall, 1 away for Bane.
Even with the timeout, thought maybe we'd see the pit invested immediately to just lock off this mid position, given how heavily contested it's been throughout every single one of these rounds, but Lexi is opting to save it for now. Just concedes that space over, still have the trip outside of Garage as well as inside of Mail. Slow drift past that one. As Moniette consistently able to find this punish here. Serena does get taken down. Xfero just going to be suffering a little bit of damage there on the drop, but Aneri has the readjustment to find the shot onto Flashback. Moniette now deep back sight. Catches Bane. Spike now on the floor, freeing. Narrowly able to escape with the dismiss. Finds one, but does not get the heal through.
Yeah, he had to duck away a little too fast.
Now Xfero's here on that crossfire. Spam continuing. Coming on the flanks, and now it is just freeing all alone, and Moniette send him back to the respawn lobby. 4K here for the Omen, and now a 3-round win streak for RRQ.
The moment that Serena gets taken out on the lurk, DRX makes the call that we just have to go, but they were a little bit disjointed, still not enough coverage for each other. Get taken out by the SOP, no one else can move in, and you kind of see them scattering it about over on B Heaven. You really don't have another choice. You just had to push through still as a death ball. Make sure you're getting trades and then try to find a post-plant position. So curious to see, in the remaining 3 rounds, at some point, do you just go as 5? This lurk, Serena, not being able to find the timing right now, it might just be best for them to make the decision-making a bit simpler and streamlined.
Pitch to the face. Freeing, the spotted. It's going to be the headshot.
Yeah,
Blank not sending a leer or anything to try to breach that position.
That's one where you're wishing you had a Sheriff instead of a Guardian. Sticking out right across the wall.
Swoop in, flashback, read like a book. Shot goes wide this time around. We're not able to find any additional punish. Might have to be a flick play, and who's very much close to landing it here, but the showstopper, just a flex of force here.
Wow, okay. That caught me off guard a little bit, but I guess it gets the job done as Moniette gets another.
It's about sending a message.
It is, it absolutely did.
Enemy remaining.
There you go. Flawless round. Who cares if the showstopper didn't get a kill?
It definitely pushed Serena out of A main, so it got the job done, absolutely. It didn't want to take any chances. I think Neri realizing that she had taken a couple of hits, Serena might still land another shot, obviously still very good and crisp on the aiming department. All right, realistically, last chance to bring things back here for DRX. Again, if you get the last 2, it's actually suddenly not so bad, but the moment you lose this, you're most likely ending at just 2 total rounds.
Definitely not where they want to be. Odin spam from Tushy. That's a bit of damage here, but it's up and over the top for Moniette to be able to find one. The trade freeing. And now the trade up as Mia is able to find Alexi. Dead gonna have to be used in the last round, it would seem, as Mia around the Raptors ends up going right into the crosshair of Aneri, who's able to collect it with relative ease.
Oh, these Seekers get so much information.
That's a 3v3. Not a great angle here for the grab net. Trying to make their way around elbow. As Annihilation similarly not finding much of anything there. Xfero gets a spot onto one. He's trying to get freeing out of pack sight. And there he will be able to finish the job, but now all alone. And this is where you're probably wishing that you had that showstopper. So he sins the previous round to come back to bite. DRX will find a 3rd round win.
Yeah, and a desperate one they needed to get to that scoreline, the minimum that they're looking for. They're fighting up against Mountains here on the other side with Moniette at 16 kills already. But they get the job done, and again, a big part of it was they just didn't stop, right? You still get taken out flashback on the entry, but then you immediately push back through the toxic screen for the trades. and then you're holding on to the post plant positions with the numbers.
9-3 or an 8-4. Alexi in mid should just be dropping the pit off the rip here of the round.
DRX looking to just do the same thing here on A.
Not sending it quite just yet. They confirm the presence of the off as well as the Odin flashback dealt with. Monyet has consistently been this second layer here in heaven at A. Cushy, okay, getting a little overzealous, pushing out of that smoke and screens. This ended up costing him his life, and Monyet gets himself a second kill. 8 bullets remaining, has to plant his feet now down to 3. Shorty from Bane, however, will be able to dispatch as we go into a 3v2. RRQ looking for the retake. Ulti out from Serena, trying to see where she wants to place the cam. Eventually goes for a deeper position here to watch the ramp approach.
Yeah, you know where the Viper's coming from. You just got to figure out where Xfero is.
Here with a quick reposition, just goes backside instead. As Bane swinging around, and they're about to have the spot. He might just have the lineup, and yep, now striking, finds the first, looks for that fourth, will not be able to find it. Serena takes the kill, and DRX rescuing as much as they possibly could, get up to 4 at the half.
Yeah, so the bare minimum that you're looking for, I mean, almost with any composition here, but especially with a double duelist, if you can get the pistol, you know, maybe you get an op early, and that certainly shores up the weaknesses that your composition is going to have. Thought Monyet was going to completely clear the site here with a quick jump peek, but Bane knows how Monyet plays. Immediately pushes him with the shorty, quick thinking on his feet, and keeps DRX alive here on the first map.
It's a chance here. It's going to have to start from the pistol. See if DRX are going to be able to lock down the sights in a similar fashion. But at the moment, some of the decision making, as well as just the shooting, from DRX is leaving a little bit to be desired compared to what we've been seeing from them in the last couple days.
Yeah, I mean, I think Monyet's just starting off so hot, right? You even see in that last round, they reposition him because they think the read is going to be on A. He's ready for that first kill. Make sure to slow things down. That is an incredible drawing. Wow, perfectly sized, too.
Yeah.
Holy.
I mean, continue to have fantastic artists here in Korea. And I mean, we're on a college campus, probably just people studying art here,
Yep.
I would imagine, so.
Yeah. Just stopping by, you know, grab a ticket, take a little break over the weekend, go back to your studies after. You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm not trying to force you to study, but
Yeah, but you probably should.
you probably should.
Don't do what I did.
We say as we're
Nothing.
sitting here talking about video games.
It worked out for us, but that doesn't necessarily mean it can work out for everybody.
Monyet up to 18. Only 8 deaths on the board. 3 people with double digits in RRQ. If they start off that way here on the pistol, this could be a quick map.
And they got it flawlessly to start off the map, so certainly something to be avoided here. Is quick check over towards main. Not destroyed, presence confirmed. Is Cushy just lurking and lingering here around mid, trying to see if he gets any aggressive pushes out of the RX to try to punish. And as the wall will fall, and that's going to be some legs spotted here by Serena's Cam 3. In fact, as Paranoia goes through, freeing has to drop down, getting up some space here at the vent, just getting run down by Monyet. Flashback now,
oh no,
flashing here in mid. One's actually out to safety, getting around the backside of the box, but now needs to try to rescale as Mia has to hold things down here at Mail. And oh, the right clicks are all just going wide. Bane on the tuck now. To find himself 3 quick kills, gets that headshot.
The Spike's still upstairs?
Yeah, leaves it there, finds the 4th at Bane. Can he get the ace to rally the team back into this map?
Oh, he thinks it's a lurk, but it's actually coming right back through mid.
He's playing away from this one. Alexi now
30 seconds left.
approaching Serena. That first line of contact here on the Raptor will be able to find it. So the ace not to come through, but it is going to be the pistol for DRX that they very much needed.
What a save to the round from Bane. I almost got scared when he just wasn't able to hold on to the trigger discipline. You know, he sees one, immediately starts firing because he wants to slow them down. Wasn't able to land the shot clean in the beginning, but instantly resets, calms down for the 3rd. Spike dropped, and he's able to follow through. I mean, this was very representative of a lot of these individual players, right? Monyet immediately pushing through, jumping in, getting that first blood, chasing them down, but Bane able to calm things out at the end.
Throwing net.
And despite his rogues, he's just still going to be the one just with the ghost. net needing to be cleared. Fring looking for some spam damage. As here comes maybe the 3-1 into the smoke and gets one, has it in space, gets out. The judge now there to get the collat kill to finish off the remaining 2 players, and it's going to be a flawless, barely any damage suffered at all on the DRX side.
That's such a good bait and switch. The Reyna gets the kill, dismisses out. They're all trying to chase through and say, we have an opportunity. And lo and behold, not only does he get his own spray, but there's just a judge on the other side.
And it's also just the realization, the quick reactions, because he killed somebody he couldn't even see. It was Xferal, and it's still on the backside of the smoke that died.
Bit of a big accident here for RRQ, but again, you know, in theory, obviously DRX winning the pistol, they were meant to get that round. We'll see how RRQ stabilizes here with their own rifles.
Bane tucking back into Ben, avoiding that Trailblazer after lead, but Flashback trying to challenge against Xferal. She's been on a bit of a heater this entire week long. Does get taken down. Legs spotted out. There's the camp, and there's the swing, looking for the punish, but with Spectre unable to find it. Pain Shell dissuades any further push-up.
Yeah, good util drawn out, though.
Ring still looking for this hunt, and yeah, that's going to be Canary walking forward right into the crosshair. Hunt completed, gets his prey.
Xfero's trying to give another option on the other side of the map, but will he find a timing? Mia's considering it, and goes a little too far deep.
Does. At that range, the judge not going to be able to find too much. Xferal running out of bullets as Bane drops down and is able to find the punish. So now it's going to have to be a commitment onto this A side of the map here for RRQ, but they're able to find Serena. So now, 2v3 with Moniette watching the vets. Spring gone. Just Bane to try to see if he can make this a little bit more costly, but bonus conversion looking mighty unlikely.
Yeah, just heard one of the fans through the crowd, Mike, calling for a clutch for Bane. I think it's going to be a tough one. He does have a Vandal, so it looks like he's just looking to save. Says, I'm already low health. Might as well get what advantage we can here instead of trying to chip away at maybe a little bit of armor or something like that on the other side. And can't really blame him. Obviously, this will help them start to bank up more creds as well, as this is a team and a composition that would love to be able to roll the operator every round they can.
So 9-6, RRQ maintaining a stretch lead of 3 rounds, but some impacts from the side of the DRX to kick off this half. We'll have a full buy going into the next round, but it feels like this is going to be make or break for them if they can't close this one out. The kickback on the economy might just be too brutal for a recovery to come through.
Yeah, they'll have to stabilize here so that they can get some of those more powerful weapons as well. Most expensive ones in the game. Xferal does find a good timing, so you know that that's something that DRX keeps having to look out for. The Odin already out in the hands of Mia. She did great work with it yesterday.
Just trying to use it against Cushy, who's giving them, or being a thorn in their side in the first half.
Just leaving mid open. You've still got that tripwire to work off of. Obviously, it works a little bit differently now, but you still hear it. And if they break it, you know for a fact that they are stationed here. What a good catch from Serena through the smoke.
Yeah, great little timing to come through, but Bane out advanced, still going to get eliminated. Flashback finding one, but they get the minimap location. They're able to just spam off of that. Kill does get found. Lexi going to be forced away here. Spring plays forward. That Empress popped.
Oh, I like the call from RQ to rescale up towards A, right? You made it look like you were just going to run away from Fring. You don't want to deal with the Empress. You say, okay, we have the numbers. They're going to either push forward or fully back off. So let's use this against DRX, and it's a good read.
Because they've given up mid, no one else can really play off that. He's got to be worried about this flank potentially coming through. So now it's just going to slide along here.
Oh, does he push back out when the Poison Cloud ends?
Likely going to go for the checkup, and here's that blast pack now in the sight, so he might actually have a mighty backstab opportunity.
Planted.
Spike planted, so now the trip set up. There's a spot on the 1. Looks like RQ not really wanted the challenge in for this fight unless they absolutely have to. There's the annihilation. It's going to be lobbed in, gets the grab. Can they spam him out? They're going to try their best, and looks like he is going to be safe back around the corner. The push at the same time going to be coming through. Mia able to find one in the area, going to be taken down, but Xferal finds a third, maybe even a fourth here in the round. will be able to confirm it. So 2 players surviving. RRQ now up to double digits.
Gets so much value out of all the deadlock util. Gets a double stun with the sonic sensors as well for those coming in through from screens. He's able to repeat that safely off of the stun. Of course, the Annihilation doesn't lead to a direct kill, but it's so good to slow down that Empress, because otherwise Freeing would have been the one they most worried about. They had to hide away from him. That allows him to reposition for a couple more open angles for these fights as well.
Well, now 10-6. Looks like DRX still able to scrape together a buy, but it's half armors across the board. No outlaws in sight, though, for RRQ on this attack.
Does have that Odin for Cushy.
Flashback once again, just getting tucked in here.
Such a risky position. I think they might be a little bit wary of it.
And the Trailblazer could just be his undoing. Needs that to be cleared ASAP,
Oh,
and it's
no.
not. Now he's
Oh,
gonna
no,
be
you don't
stuck,
dash!
and he can't dash very far at all. Them's the changes, them's the breaks.
Oh, that muscle memory completely locks him up in place.
The Bane needed to be there a lot sooner to try to find that trade out on the util.
Well, I mean, I guess once again, you hope Freeing can make some space on the other side, because you do have a decent crossfire for creeds here in mid for DRX.
Pushy. Back down to 35, still able to push forward. There's the trip reveal. Serena! Oh, a massive round from her. Locking up the final 2 kills here. After a devastating start, it looked like DRX might have just been down and out of this map.
Yeah, the tripwire working out perfectly. Serena looks like she's got a lot of time with the changes that have come through the game. Doesn't work off of the immediate noise. Waits to see if it's tagged or broken. It's not broken, so she knows she can wait until the full tag comes through at the end. Is able to get that kill and then waits for the other to push through. Good awareness.
Half by now here for RRQ. Still gonna be potentially deadly here as to avoid the paint shell damage. Nightfall gonna be going across. That hits onto damn near everyone. In fact, I think it has connected on everyone. I thought maybe Mondiette had gotten ahead of it, but it seems not necessarily be the case. So, yep, decay will expire. Audio will be returning. This might just be a full A heaven over to B push from RRQ.
Yeah, you don't have information, but you have to gamble on it. You know it's a lot of people over on A.
There's no trip to intercept them here. They do still clear it out. But they can even just go with the push and pull here, rotate back around, but Bane is able to find one. So Xpharaoh down. Seeker's available for Cushy. Not investing it as of yet.
Yeah, the Prowler doesn't quite catch them nearby vents, I don't think, or maybe just one gun shot, so DRX not entirely sure of that information.
It's a really good kill from Bane to be able to find a second, but now weapon going to be recoverable and Freeing dead on the approach back into heaven. RRQ making a go of this, now have the Seekers, knowing they've got a ton of space to get this plan through. Straight under the corner, and I swear he was midair as that kill came through. Might have just reconnected with the rope either way. A necessary one for Flashback to find.
Player standing.
Canary gone now. All down to Cushy. Finds the first. Cannot get the transition onto the second. And that will be the cleanup coming in. A little bit of a consolation as Neural Depth was used in the last second of the round. But DRX, I don't think they're going to care too much about that. They just need the wins.
Exactly. As long as you get the snowball going here on the defense side of Split, you'll be happy with it. Yes, Neural Theft fairly decent, but not one of the biggest. It's not like they had to use the Nightfall just for that last remaining spot. They used it early on in the round just to push them away. And a bit of chaos back and forth, but at the end of the day, just nice shots like this one. Not sure if we can call it a nice one or a lucky one, but either way, you'll take that frag.
A lucky one for RRQ earlier in mid, a lucky one here for Flashback on the rope.
Evens out.
Sometimes can just happen, and that's going to be enough for RRQ to call a timeout.
Yeah, not surprising at all here. Start to reconsider a couple things because, to be honest, macro-wise, it's not RRQ being able to really dominate DRX even in the rounds that they've won. It's just a lot of these back and forth fights, and it comes down to who has one or two more players alive. So Warbirds can try to identify where they might be weak. Is something they haven't really done is try to power through B, right? Even if there is the Cypher setup, it is technically a bit easier to just death ball through it now with the changes. You don't get stunned up and slowed immediately. That's going to be a delayed reaction. It gives someone else time to be able to break it. You're not going to get slingshotted backwards. So that's something that you might be able to use to your advantage if you're RRQ looking for a changeup.
Well, some Odin v Odin action perhaps. Just 1/2 armor here on Alexi. Still in pretty cozy position is RRQ.
Looks like they'll send Monette over to keep people at bay on B, make them consider that that's a change that's happening after the timeout.
Back, ooh, just a hair off. Well, nothing really going to be suffered there, and what damage was taken by Xfero is now healed up.
I love the respect that both sides are giving each other here in mid, not wanting to take that fight.
The critical juncture here is trip set up. The exit events there. Coming back in towards mid, so Free wants to try to scale forward. Might have to contend with that trap.
They are kind of stuck in mid. This has just been given over to them, and Flashback even checks, cuts off the tail.
Fast on the check there, has the headshot, immediately tailwind away. Is Cushy riding the rope. Ring just not quite ready for the timing. Just get caught off guard. Bane now try to hold it. He's been spotted, double face, but still finds the headshot there through the screen. Tries to reposition, but eventually just get taken down. Cushy able to find it with the Odin.
3v3.
Spike planted.
Quick to arrive. All three players of DRX here right as the spike does go down. Deeper angle from Monette.
Yeah, has the paranoia.
This fight first, but right as the wall does get raised. Loses sight of Serena, but Cushy. Able to find Flashback technically now on for an ace. Mia just there around the corner trying to spam through and get that kill. Minor damage getting suffered. Serena able to find the one, and now they managed to break their way out onto the site. It's just going to be Monette here at Heaven to try to spam this one out. She's just sticking forward. The TP down, and oh! Serena's just not quite looking for it.
Oh my God!
Just holding the defuse and praying he can't get there in time, but Monette arrives precisely when he needs to.
Oh, it does not even cross her mind that he would dare TP into the smoke. I think she hears it, imagines he's just getting closer, and doesn't want to let go and potentially get baited out. But, I mean, it's Monette. He's crazy like that. That's insane. Oh my gosh.
No escape.
Oh, what a way for RRQ. Again, get themselves back into the driver's seat. Knives continuing to be a bit of an oopsie for Flashback. He's had a couple good moments on it, but a little bit fewer and further in between. Xfero playing it patiently, able to find one, and okay, TP reposition. Mia in around the back, going for the TikTok play. Outdoes Xfero, and Bane now finds two here on the site.
Bane just continues to find these good timings to come in for big trades.
Good timing. Bounding through the sewer.
You have the ult for the Omen.
That he does, and you're not going to be able to disrupt this at all. Big pickup, big TP movements. Monette working his way across into this A site. Bane and Mia now needing to do it all. Ooh, and there's a pit now with that orb take.
So heads up here from Alexi.
Bane nearly having it. That one is all on Mia.
It's going to be tough to fish for something here. It's just so dead center, the pit. You don't have obvious angles here.
Is this a new observer feature?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. It's actually not too bad. It's a little confusing, but...
I asked for that like a year ago.
Did you? I mean, normally you can still see the X-ray. That was weird. I feel like it's a bug, but I was kind of okay with it.
Yeah, but you can see the outline of where the pit's at on the
Exactly.
floor.
Yeah, exactly.
I think...
I'm glad we were both kind of caught off guard by
did that just like go through? Is that just a thing that's in the game now?
Didn't quite catch that in the patch notes. But either way, we are going to see that pit find success. Map point for RRQ. Outlaw now comes out to try to shut things out, and DRX is aware of it. Got two people with full armor.
Serena Daddy on the site. Xpera just kills 2. Mia gone as well.
Just holds his ground. All alone on B main. A little bit of spam off the flash, but now RRQ recognizing that you have the better numbers, you most likely have the better guns as well. It's either that or everyone not at full armor. So we say we deathball it. Alexi even catches another, and that should just about be this map. A Guardian and Stinger, the only things DRX has to work with.
Yeah, Flashback and Frame would have to go absolutely crazy here, and Flashback is Glass Cannon. And they don't even know where the spike is being planted at the moment, it seems.
Spike planted.
Yeah, now they'll find out.
And, I mean, even just with the transit time, there's going to be so much taken off of the spike clock here.
Oh.
Just about be a GG. Sparrow sending out the net.
Well, that's cruel.
Catches on the 2. Every delay tactic possible. They remove that now. The paint shells. 3
And
players at the top. Here comes the drop down. Finds 1. Dismisses. He's got nowhere to go though. And Cushy will be the finisher. So it's going to be 13-8. RRQ take the opening map of Split, which is DRX's choice.
Yeah, RRQ kind of just playing it textbook, right? They bring out a composition that we've oftentimes seen for the most part. Ever since Deadlock has been added, you get the better rounds on defense. It takes a little while to get going on the attack, but again, you start off strong on defense. You should be able to get just enough on the attack. So we'll take a look at some highlights, and then we'll come back with the scoreboard.
One enemy remaining. Last player. One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining. Activate. One enemy remaining. Flawless. Last player.
I've got your trail.
Last player. Last player standing.
Well, RRQ kind of just having the upper hand the whole way throughout 15 of the first kills. But, yeah, just overall, a very good performance. 3 flawlesses.
Yeah, that's a lot. I
One
mean,
being
that-
the pistol.
Yeah, exactly. So big snowballs here from RRQ. Still not a complete wash for DRX, and of course a big part of that was Bane. So many clutch multi-kill trades to try to keep them in the game, but the only one even getting remotely close to 20 frags. Bane getting 23, everyone else sitting at just about 10. Whereas on the side of RRQ, of course, Monette leading the pack. So RRQ kicks off pretty strong here in this best of 5, but we still got a little ways to go. So we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we will be going to Corrode between RRQ and DRX.
I've been thinking about your love tonight. I've been thinking about your love tonight. 2 hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. 2-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. 2 hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. 2-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in it, baby, slide, slide. About your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide.
Dripping from my lips like forbidden honey. Heart in your stomach on the verge of running. Deep down you probably always saw it coming. But I thought I could let go. Dodging echoes. Deep down I probably always saw it coming. I think I saw it coming. But it was too much to say, too much to face down. Save face and hoped it would work out. Played safe and hoped that you come around. But now it's too much to take, too much to figure out. Checkmate, nothing to say now. Dead weight, we're on the way down. Now I'm in a free fall with nothing to hold on to. Racing for the end, praying for the wind to slow down the feeling and let me somewhere new. Staring down the ground, it's coming soon. Wishing I could
Fueled by the same passion as esports athletes, Zowie continuously develops tailored products, empowering gamers to bring their best out. Today, we are launching the all-new XL2566X Plus, which uses the newly developed Fast TN panel and upgraded DIAC2 technology. The new monitor series continue to evolve, refining details to ensure players can perform their best consistently in games.
Game changers. It's about competition, pure happiness. It's like a crazy experience. We're making history. It means so much to us. It's good to be back.
I guess you know what I've been looking for, success.
The beauty of gaming is it doesn't matter who you are. And as long as I'm good enough,
Everybody's getting a 4K.
I can go as far as I want.
That's what I like to see, baby.
全世界都会知道我们的厉害。
I'm ready to go.
We are back. RQ able to draw first blood with a win on DRX's choice of split. Now we go into Corrode. That has been a pretty big map for RRQ, but there's still going to be some changes as yeah, we'll swap some things around here, it would seem.
Does look like it. Sparrow picking up the Clove himself. You do see Freeing returning with that as well. So changes on both sides. Of course, DRX already adjusting to these changes yesterday. But very curious, Xero wanting to get a little bit more aggressive, having a little bit more freedom, it seems, stepping away, of course, from that Viper.
He's been playing plenty aggressively with the Viper itself.
True.
But yeah, some swaps coming through. I mean, DRX did play RRQ in the first round during the round robin phase, and it was a 14-12 victory for RRQ on Corrode, but looking to maybe send them a bit of a curveball by changing up the comp and changing DRX's expectations.
All right, curious to see how that's going to work out because we've seen Magnet on the Clove. We know how aggressive he gets whenever he's on an agent like that, but how crazy does Xero get? Where is he going to be playing? Ideally, most times, Cloves play in the middle of the map so that even if you go down, you can put up the smokes on either side. We'll see if that stays true, especially here on the attacking side for RRQ.
Flashback still just wanting to use the tournament to try to get some added practice here on the Jet, so stays with it. Net was caught there on a Freeing, tries to back away, but Cushy's still able to swing the corner and find the kill. Bane just going to be good for one, but Cushy finds another. There's a flashback. The lone Sheriff here.
Spike planted.
DRX's hands, first to arrive, but has to wait for Mia. Does have that paranoia, try to get a retake going.
Yeah, definitely doable if you're able to line it up pretty nicely. There are 3 people on the site. This could hit all of them.
Sends through. Connecting to blind it up and gets a collat kill. This flashback is, oh, the right click. The jump from Mia will find Cushy, and that is going to be the pistol going to the side of DRX.
I've been loving how quick Flashback is to make this decision to try to follow up and just chase people down. You see that all 3 are hit by the paranoia. He doesn't miss a beat. Immediately goes forward and is able to actually land the luck with the collateral as well. So he gets a double kill himself. Ron was able to cover his back on that pinch. So good retake coming in despite the speed that RRQ shows us in the very beginning. DRX looking good. When they first played against each other, it was Serena on that Jet and Flashback playing the Yoru, but now most people going back to a bit more comfort here for the DRX side.
2 Spectres, Sheriff, Ghost, and a Marshal. Not going to be too hefty of investments here from DRX.
Bring them down.
Adding a little Bucky right at the end. Looks like another Spectre as well. So Guardian, Spectre, the whole assortment. Probably considering if they want to save up for an op, but look at this, RRQ so quick yet again.
They are, but it's going to be damage suffered here on the entry as Freeing able to find himself a third. maybe a little bit
One
more.
enemy remaining.
As, yep, 4K picked up,
Oh!
knife battle.
What?
Monyette's done it again. And Freeing will not be able to get back in time to try to find an ace.
Bane getting having a nice chuckle with Monyette there. So Monyette was tucked away on the site. I was wondering what was going to happen to him.
Just stuck in behind the box there.
Yeah, and then I guess he just jumps out with a knife while he's using the Prowler. Catches him. Catches Bane, gets the kill.
Good to see that the players still having fun.
Yeah, I mean, like Xfero said, you don't get a chance to do that every day when you're playing in VCT Pacific. Might as well make the most here.
DRX. Rough start to try to get a bonus conversion going here. His flashback just going to be spammed down out of the smoke. Mia going to be scaling forward though. Tucked in alongside as Prowler moving over towards Yard here at the moment. He's just the Spectre, so a bit more difficult to potentially find that multi-frag impact here.
Don't mind constantly filling that smoke though from Mia. Just try to see if he can find a timing to peek out. There's a paranoia, doesn't quite connect to Xfero. He's able to answer back.
Turns back, gets that kill. Freeing now dropped as well. Bane and Serena now just the former. See if he can find some impact, find some damage, or if it's going to be a flawless, and he'll be able to deny that away. Guardian in hand, a chance to maybe do a little bit more.
Yeah, he will still want to find Frank. It's not a Vandal or a Phantom.
Push forward Monyette. Johnny on the spot, finds the punish, denies any further damage from coming through.
That's 4 weapons carried over for RRQ, all 4 of them maintaining the armors they bought as well. So a very, very good pickup on the first buy round for RRQ. DRX not able to really get any advantage off of the bonus here. And RRQ is going to love that. On the attacking side on Corrode, you can try to get whatever rounds you can. He's in a decent spot. Obviously, if you win this one, you're going to get probably around 4 minimum. On track for it at the very least.
Bring them down.
Spotted there with the Prowler, so Cushy feeling perfectly safe to grab the orb. Now does have that Nightfall available.
Yeah, that's big. And now on both sides, DRX just kind of has to consider the possibility. They should have heard the orb being taken. So I do wonder at what point Bane might consider repositioning on A as he's all alone near the site. Gets tagged by that Nightfall. He'll get pushed way far out, potentially even chased down and picked off by the Neon.
Ooh, tons of damage there on him on Yet, down to 5. Not able to confirm the kill, so still can have impact, of course, in the round. Paranoia still in his back pocket. Mark Chuck Freeing. Trying to re-swing back out though as that expires. Cost him his life. Player advantage now here to the side of RRQ, but some more damage suffered as the Neri falls to 58. Reposition. He's going to be sent a little bit early here from Bane.
Got 2 people on site though.
Flashback trying to stay tucked here into the corner, but counter sprays, able to find 1. Tries to tailwind out, but Xfero finding 2 through that smoke. Flashback going to be good for another, tries to turn back away, but Alexia's there. Has the punish, and suddenly it's just Serena walled off by the barrier mesh.
Yeah, you don't really have a good choice here. You either break it, just find a timing, or else they'll know by the end of it.
Enough of a gap now, but the smoke cycled forward here from Xfero should absolutely be her undoing, and yep, he's trying to go for the push. Xfero is there, ready and waiting. RQ now, tie it up 2-2.
A rough way for things to go down. Xfero not even sure how he was able to pick off 2 through the smoke, it seems.
I think just playing off minimap.
Yeah, perhaps. Just being able to get those right here on the site. Just lines him up. Maybe just off of what you initially saw, what you initially heard. And that opens up the site despite Flashback's best efforts. And that is going to put RRQ in a good spot. DRX only a hero rifle. RRQ, in theory, should get this one. Then if they get the next, the snowball just continues to roll down the hill.
Knives popped over towards mid, but now I'm in a heavy stack onto B. But seems like still going to be RQ favoring this A side of the map where, for the moment, it's just Bane occupying. Have Thorns set up at the entrance of main. Prowler does get the spot out here. Green might just have to back away. It's glass cannon, so want to play this too riskily as be a barrier mesh to cut off that yard approach. RRQ will have the site to themselves.
Yeah, they're here the Vandal, but weren't able to quite slow them down long enough. I was wondering if that Razorvine scares RRQ enough to rotate out to avoid the Vice, but there is a fast rotate. Now trying to catch them from behind. 3 members with just Sheriffs and a Classic. Bladestorm should be online as well.
It is. It's going to be Serena taking away the kill before anybody can even suffer any damage, so very well timed. Weapon now collected into the hands of Mia.
This is doable.
Net lobbed in around the corner, but Bane playing on the opposite side. That Odin spray now starting to come through the wall. Spot on the one, the jump peek flashback, able to find the headshot. And Ari going to be taken down. Finds another. Alexi now eliminated. The push forward. This Cushy just spraying and praying here with the Odin. It's going to be Xfero profiting with 2. Green popping the ultimate. Smoke going to be cycled in, but just can't cycle the Yuto fast enough to dispatch the just revived Clove. That means it's going to be another weapon carried over by DRX as they pull off a Thrifty to regain the lead.
And it all starts with a fast flank. 3 people going through it. Serena picks off the kill, gets another rifle for them, and then Flashback starts charging forward, knowing they have the numbers advantage, having confidence in that Bladestorm. Hopes to open things up. Sure, he goes in and dies, but he creates space, gets the information. I mean, luckily for them, they don't immediately fall to the Odin. Good decision making from Freeing as well, just taking that timing right as the smoke comes up for Xfero. And RRQ's going to be kicking themselves for losing that round. Do have another opportunity with the Annihilation now online on even footing.
Spam. Back able to avoid that so far, and actually gets away with a kill, and Ari eliminated. It's a lot of your forward pressure. Taken out of the equation here is the Annihilation not going to connect. Bounces back into the corner here. Ring avoiding that. Finds a kill before getting taken down. Trade up is there, but Xfero back across. Trying to maybe soften up this B side of the map, but has to try to rejoin alongside Alexi, who does hit a very nice shot on the flashback. With Xfero's arrival, suddenly they have the jump, but it's Bane now. He's going to have to try to rescale all the way back through B. Seems he does have the correct read. Just sprinting over, but it's going to be plenty of time for RRQ to get this set up. As he finds Xfero first, that not dead yet still is going to be in play.
Exactly. I was curious if Alexi was planning on going back out B main, but thinks better of it. Realized that after all this time, they haven't spotted him. Net catches him. He's stuck.
Stuck. Finds the first, but Alexi will be there, scooping up a 3rd kill to keep it neck and neck. Now tied 3-3.
All right, Bane, another decent attempt at a clutch, but gets shut down. And RRQ, a bit of a sigh of relief. Again, they're not looking for too much, considering the attacking side here on Corrode. But they were on track for so many rounds. Just being able to recover that momentum, guaranteeing the bare minimum, even something you'd feel good about, maybe like 5 rounds or so. And RRQ should be happy.
DRX dropping that one after pulling off a massive Thrifty. Suffered now by both of these teams. And once again, Flashback able to find kill through the smoke, and they were trying to set up with that op shot, but it's going to be Bane just holding down A main.
Player standing. Spike down
This
mid.
one's looking rough.
Xfero places patiently. He's going to be able to maybe find them both, and he does.
Nice and clean.
Be an ace clutch and a massive swing of momentum. Smoke, however, not set up behind him. So with the re-swing into mid, Serena will find the finisher. DRX avoids catastrophe.
Yeah, big thing right now is that Flashback's getting these picks in mid nice and early, whether it's through the smoke or before they bloom. Either way, several rounds in a row now that he's able to open up the map from the get-go. That gives a little more confidence for players like Bane to push out the extremities, get a little information, maybe a frag if you're lucky. That's giving DRX better control of the map. So wonder if there's a timeout, but if not, still if the players are thinking about the fact that we should challenge this mid area a little bit differently. Maybe some different angles, different timings. This Freeing's freeing, but he spots the leg and just goes for the spam.
Now Flashback trying to utilize this operator, trying to get the hell out of dodge, but cannot. It's just absolutely bogged down. Cannot escape, so kill found. It's like opened up a bit. Bane still lingering here over towards Hall. Backs up on him on yet. Prowler's there because she's still able to find it. Perhaps a result of the near sight changes. But now needing 2 more, and they're just going to double face out of the smoke, and Serena will be able to take it away. So Team Ace and DRX now gaining the lead. Stretching this even further, not allowing for this back and forth to continue.
I imagine a timeout might be in consideration here for RRQ. Unless the players are talking about this, getting somebody picked off in mid has just not been helping them at all. Good double push out here from DRX as well, knowing that there's not an angle where the op can get the collat. Still no timeout. It is another buy though, and if RRQ drops this one, they are looking in danger of ending the half with only 3 on the board.
Flashback, gonna see if he can continue to work this magic in mid, but with the operator not gonna be nearly as easy to try to find some spam kills, but Xfero has managed to lurk his way forward. Just here around the corner.
He's been here before. We'll see if DRX is wary enough about it.
With this timing, getting ready to swing in, and that should be flashback dead to rights, and it is. Xfero able to find it. Annihilation was sent there, and now Bane gone as well. Serena dropped.
1 enemy remaining.
There's the kill on Amia, finally being confirmed. And that leaves just freeing. Alone in a 1v5. Xfero holding the angle, moves at the worst possible time.
Yeah, sometimes it just do be like that, but Rain just gonna see if he can get a couple extra picks. Can't imagine that he'll make a go for it with only 50 credits left.
His individual cash is not going to be great, and he suspected Flashback's going to want another operator, so.
Yeah, so we'll let this round kind of wrap up. A couple members of RRQ seeing if they could get a cheeky pick, but otherwise they're also in no rush considering they haven't been able to save up a lot in a couple of these last rounds. And that's the big change right now. They finally hit B. DRX just hasn't had to do a retake on B site this whole half. A little bit disjointed, a little bit rushing through mid after finally giving over control to RRQ. RRQ may have found the answer for just enough rounds to feel good about this attacking half. Just an overall good execution onto the site. Nice picks from Xfero, utilizing that timing and the space. Again, it helps because it's not anyone on RRQ getting picked off first. They're able to push the extremities, pull somebody away from mid. And that's going to call for 2 members now getting prepared to mid for DRX.
One in the Prowler, Serena taking the space forward now into the smoke. The double push getting ready to come through. Is 3-2-1, but so she just a little bit faster on the draw, able to find the kill. Fastlane cuts off the haunt here, so Bane able to avoid that. The relay bolt's still going to be connected with the stun. However, finds himself a kill, and now a second as Alexi will fall. Monyet, oh no!
Not now!
Oh, he's trying to go for it. And it ends up costing him dearly.
Okay, if Arbors doesn't call a timeout now, I don't know when we'd see it. Even if it's just to calm down Monyet, because listen, it looked so good. It looked so ready for it, but you overthought it. You didn't have it ready as soon as you saw it coming through.
Well.
Oh, the silliness.
He is still trusting in him.
All right. You know, nothing going too awry strategically here. Warbirds letting the players enjoy the server just a little bit. They already have 4. It's not too bad. Okay, Monyet beams himself a little bit.
And he does. But trade back is there. Xfero gone and in too far forward a position to actually commit the ultimate, so can't really send that one out. Jump up, Monyet looking for that second kill. Does an immense amount of damage, but can't quite confirm it. So it does put 2 players low. But it's still going to be a player disadvantage now for RRQ.
And they do still have 2 rifles, though. If they can group up, they've got some decent opportunities. They'll be able to pick up another rifle. He moves away just in time to not face each other, but it leads to a lineup.
Down mid.
Not the collab, it might as well be freeing. Hefty impact. And it feels like after this one, certainly need to see the timeout call. DRX are going to be chasing an 8-4. Yep. Let's see. Not ready for flashback on that flank angle off to the left-hand side. So DRX locking up a lead at the half at the very least, but the 7-5 or the 8-4. Just wait and see, but it looks like RRQ still not feeling the need to intervene.
Yeah, I mean, I would say 4 is just about that minimum line where you're like, hey, you know, it's still doable. You know, we switch over to the defensive side. Got double smokes. Granted, it's double orb smokes. We should be okay. You also don't have good econ, I don't think. Yeah, it's just a mixed hodgepodge variety pack here for RRQ. So just let the players try to frag their way out of it, and then you'll discuss things at halftime. Flashback reads the situation correctly along with Serena. They both had Outlaws in hand. Serena will swap off of it for now. Oh, it's a good read from B. He's ready with the nightfall on B.
Nightfall goes across, connecting on to at least 2, potentially 3 there. That's enough to dissuade. They'll just go ahead and leave Alexi outside, see if she gets a punish onto any forward pushes from B. Smoke now looming into mid. Bane backpedaling now, opening up the spray and being rewarded for it. Live by the Odin, die by the Odin there for Cushy as flashback. Peeks out and the knives do deliver, freeing Rob, but they're not dead yet, is there, but immediately gets punished, but it's another lineup, this time for Mia. Denari comes to the rescue, trying to get Xfero in this fight, but flashback will hound him down with the Blade Storm, looking for the finisher, and we'll be able to find it, 3K, and it's an 8-4 score line with DRX well out in front.
Yeah, they'll be happy about wrapping that up with 8 several times. Just being able to get 2 rounds in a row, wraps it up with 3 in a row. Carries over the momentum themselves as well, and this was so good from Bane. He's clearly waiting for that smoke to bloom up after he's pushed everyone away from the Nightfall, and he just holds off, doesn't want to spam too early and potentially get traded on a crossfire. Lets them begin the cross and start spamming perfectly in time for a free kill.
Halftime now, Warbirds will at least have the double timeout going into the second half. Still available should things continue to slip away from them, but similar to that split, feels like the pistol very much necessary here for RRQ. Even then, I mean, DRX proving on split that getting that second half pistol might not necessarily be enough to close out the map.
True. Lots of DRX fans showing up now.
From Jeonju.
Yeah, after taking a test here. Came over right away. What is that RRQ OPA sign in the back?
It's good.
It's good.
That's what it is.
That's true.
Every time I walk out in between the maps, it's lovely to see the fans lining up, not to buy drinks, not to buy merch, but to just go ahead and make more fan signs.
Yeah.
Change them up for every single map.
They're having fun with it. Yeah, that fan on the right side said, you should all play Vice. That's how you make a girlfriend. So I guess he met his girlfriend playing Vice. Worked for him. Cannot vouch that it's scientifically true.
Yeah, I don't think you and I did that to our wives, so.
Definitely did not on my end.
I predated Valorant by several years,
yeah.
So. Well, flashback. Doesn't matter what side of the map he's on. He's getting kills in mid through smokes.
Just practicing those headshot lineups, I guess.
Finding another Moniette. The dink there on a frame, tucks into the corner. Paranoia, massive value, connecting on the multiples. They're now just tucked in behind these boxes, and RQ is able to flush him out. Serena suddenly last one standing, finds the first, but can't quite get the headshot there onto Alexi. And an opportunity, but RRQ, a good little collapse here into mid, gets them the pistol.
Yeah, they don't shy away from Flashback's frag, and they just say, all right, well, let's just barrel through. Just make sure we can still trade better. We have faith in that. And brilliant Paranoia. Really what sets things apart here from Moniette. Serena, nice attempt, but a little bit rushed on that peek out. Gets aim punched. That's the end of the round. So now, Outlaw, as it always comes out here on the anti-eco. Alongside 2 Spectres, Bulldog, but no further big purchases. Lots of respect being given over to these shots through the smoke.
pause here in the action. DRX gonna try to push in. Neri holding this angle, but the Outlaw has the collat. And even if they got past that, there's still going to be 2 sonic sensors waiting for them. Shot there from Serena looking for the follow-up, but she will be able to get that kill. Freeing now going to be spotted and just has 3 HP remaining here on this Clove, so don't suspect that we're going to be seeing too much impact from it.
No, can't imagine. A little bit of a Caterpillar smoke coming out, but Cushy's ready for it, keeping the distance as well, knowing he has the weapon advantage.
One enemy remaining.
There it is. Yep, just a crossfire from Magnet and Cushy. No actual purchases dropped here, only a pistol. Dropped down for RRQ, so they are primed and in position for this bonus. And now I'm curious where DRX is going to go. Obviously, you want to always start to fish for something in mid, but are you going to prefer the A side or the B side, as we are seeing that deadlock continue to be stationed over by the A side for RRQ?
Into the bonus here for RRQ. Some reconsiderations here, some shuffling, as it's going to be a full investment. No one with a pistol.
Yeah, the judge bought up after having saved up a little bit of creds in that previous bonus.
I mean, could just play around, haul behind box, maybe just, I was going to say swing out off the sonic sensor contact if it comes through, but it's a nice little kill here from Serena. Trying to hold down the extremities, but the peek in, Magnet as the Outlaw lines up the shot, so 1 for 1 on this side of the map, but now DRX wanting to try to break their way back through. With a double shot, can start to scale forward, but they're going to have to come up with a way to try to get Magnet off the angle. They'll just give it up for free, though.
Yeah, they just continue to kind of creep up. RRQ doesn't want to hastily make these rotations. They'll just kind of give up this B site entirely, considering this is their bonus round. Looking for a retake.
Pushing their way through. Get this plant down, and that does end up hurting a hell of a lot more given the judge now. Gonna have to try to breach their position this way and around the corner. Paranoia not connecting on the flashback to swing in, finds the first, gets some damage in, but can't get the full reset as Bane gonna try to go swinging. And swing he shall. 2 more kills found, but already decent damage. If Alexi's able to find anything more here, that is gonna be very painful for DRX. So rotate over, looking for the hold to half. Footstep, however, gonna be heard, but Alexi able to find it!
In time!
Hits the transfer, and yes, she's got it.
Well, I mean, I think DRX thought there wasn't as much time there. Felt they had to rush it just to push it off and they would win the round, but there was still just 2 extra seconds for Alexi to stay calm and be prepared for both frags. And here's the thing, I mean, let's say the spike goes off, Alexi's still happy about taking away all the weapons anyway. There's a nice little wave for Alexi. Stepping up to the plate on that one. That's 3 rounds in a row now. Bonus converted, off, out, Odin purchased. And DRX has to try to battle through it all with 2 stingers.
Backing away, but quick chase there from flashback. Slowed up as the barrier match now going to be locked in. Sparrow pushing out of the smoke. Drop the Bane as Mia does find his second, but line share of the kills very much are in the RRQ camp. Yep, just following the trail. Serena still able to go ahead and win that fight. Needs the headshot here. Will be able to get the first. Slides back around. Sending out the ultimate, and it's 4 HP. There's a shorty in hand. And at this range, it will absolutely kill. A hefty commitment, but understandable to try to go for it. But unfortunately, it's not going to lead to the win. 4 rounds in a row, RRQ have tied it up once more.
My goodness, a nice attempt from Serena. Just clean shots as well to keep the team alive. I don't mind the ult usage. Obviously, we had just heard the shorty being shot, and you have to consider the HP there, but just looking for a chance to bring your team back into the game. But now they've got their own purchases. Serena picks up the operator herself to try to answer back.
I think that this is a first. I don't think we've seen her.
No, I don't
using
think
it
so.
outside of when she was maybe early matches playing the Jet.
Playing on the Jet, right.
So it's been a couple days. About to have contact. Here comes the swing. Gets the spot out. It's right into an Aries shoulder.
Knowing she can peek out a little bit more just to be sure of the shot. Good awareness of the angle.
Now, bit of a pause as Cushy sprang into mid, hoping for a kill. Xfero also taking some early contact and damage. Falling down to 36 HP.
This B site, that's where DRX are headed, but it is pretty well fortified. You got the double sonic sensors, you got Alexis peeking right over those boxes. Also still has the Annihilation as well as a follow-up GrabNet toss.
GrabNet toss, considering that Annihilation for a brief little moment, but draws back down to the weapon. Cushy now filling that space in from that right side. And the Annihilation connected. Bane dead. As Freeing still stuck over here in mid, trying to see if he can open anything up, but given that you have this operator, Serena's desperately trying to backpedal, but there's no rescue to be found, no escape to come through. RRQ are going to be gaining the lead here. 9-8, barring Freeing going absolutely crazy in the next 14 seconds.
Yeah.
And that is just not going to be possible for him.
10 seconds.
Stay separated as well. Monyet will even pick up the frag himself, keeps RRQ in the lead. And boy, oh boy, 5 rounds in a row. Bit of a misread on the map here for DRX. And yes, you could argue that at least RRQ spent a lot of their ultimates doubling down on the Nightfall as well, but it guarantees the round. So I don't think you can blame him for that decision. Really heads up from Alexi, switching off of the ult, making sure that she can fight the initial one first so you can get maximum delay on the second line of attack, and that's the timeout. Coach OD here on the DRX camp.
Surrendering the lead. Warbird's patience clearly paying off. Hasn't had to use any timeouts himself. We thought maybe we'd see it, but trusting in the team from this defender side. So far, it's been working a treat. Big stuff overall from them.
Just discussing things with the coaching staff here in the coach box. Curious to see what DRX comes up with. Again, you're trying to work off of a jet here, off of the fragging power of Flashback, so technically options are a bit limited. Let's see if they can spread out the map a bit more. Losing a lot of control early on, being forced to just choose one side of the map. Let's take a look at the overall scores. Everyone doing quite well for themselves. Mia hasn't really been able to find her footing on this map. Let's see if that can change the remaining rounds.
It begins.
Lives here from Flashback, clean previous rounds that he was using him here on this map. Pops it immediately, taking space here in mid. Tuck into the smoke from Monyet. Paranoia going to be sent, but pushes out to his demise. Flashback unfought, unfettered, just tosses a weapon back over the wall for one of his teammates to try to scoop up. Alexi able to find one, but Flashback there for the trade up, but instantly Serena gone. Xfero finding Freeing, and now Cushy gets rid of Bane. It's all on Flashback's shoulders. Would be an ace, and he runs out of knives. And RRQ will continue this win streak now, 6 rounds strong and up to double digits.
RRQ's just too fast on backing each other up. The backup arrives, there's trades available in mid, and that stops DRX from being able to really snowball and scale quickly off of 1 or 2 weapons picked up. Flashback constantly way far ahead of the team. Has to, throw back 2 weapons just to try to keep themselves in the game. And unfortunately, the eco doesn't work out. But now you're back to the bye. This is the round that DRX does not want to give over. Otherwise, RQ gets way too close to map point.
Spam continuing. Flashback dying, and Ari able to find another Freeing falls. Monyet, it's Bane, and now, oh boy, the wheels are coming off. This Monyet will get caught by Serena, but same situation as the previous round, would take an ace clutch. And Serena now to try to survive and hold on to this weapon, but RQ have so much time and so many players to go on this hunt, and they know exactly where she is.
Yep.
Finds the first. A high-low set up around that corner. Odin and Op.
Yeah, the only reason for them to move, you've already got that barrier mesh on the other side.
And here comes the swing, and there's the death. right into the midsection, as that's just going to be 11 rounds now racked up here for RRQ, who are looking for a flawless defensive side.
Yeah, so many rounds in a row. See if that streak can continue, especially considering DRX, once again, do not have full buys. Flashback will go for a Hero Vandal, but that's about it. Tons of half armor. Again, no big impact ultimates. Meanwhile, RRQ, they're sitting comfy. You've got the weaponry, you've even got the overdrive for an area, so you could go for a retake if you wanted.
No consideration of the Marshal there from Serena, but opposite go back over to the Sheriff. Seems like she's just gonna stay tucked away outside of B main rather than try to peek an angle and contend with the operator. Flashback's dead. Needs his own medicine here in mid.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Can't really find an opening to create space.
And Serena does win that fight. That's the operator now down. Kill from Fring. DRX absolutely find a way into this round.
Yeah, B-side's open.
Fring holds his own here in mid, tries to get the kill on a Cushy. Does have the not dead yet. Cushy turning back, sprays him to death. It's a third, but now is a 2v2.
Spike planted.
Spike planted. Bane only taking a single shot through that. And Serena with that recovered operator uses it against RRQ. Alexi now having to do it all.
Vandal in hand, no ultimate, but does have a grav net. She can get onto the site and start to push people away.
And she's past the Thorns, dodges that Prowler. Right as Serena goes for the peek, the net now gonna be lobbed in. Sees traded, net removed. Smoke comes up. Pharaoh trying to keep her protected, but has to clear the haunt. Now gets it to half. The drop down getting ready to come in, and Lexi does it once more. The clutch is there, and RRQ get up to map point.
Another unfortunate situation for Bane. Left all alone, you do not have any type of automatic weapon. After a couple shots, you just have to push it. There's no other way to know. It's either that or just try to call the bluff with zero information. He's caught in no man's land, having to make that choice. A little catch-22 as he drops down to his death, right on top of the spike. A lot of credit for Alexi for walking over those razor vines. Kind of changes the timer that DRX had, and now it's map point for RRQ, looking to lead 2-0 in this best of 5.
Barrier deployed.
DRX, oh, they weren't quite aware about the Spirit Mesh. Okay, dodges the Annihilation.
There's a grab and flashback out in front. He just gets taken down. Now Bane, no one there to try to bail him out of this.
I completely just all stuck. Flashback's trying to survive as he goes down earlier.
Fring trying to persevere, finding one, but you still have 3 players stacked up here, staring in towards A main. You've got Xvero around the back, watching the flank, watching for any kind of rotation that might come through. And even if he does get taken down, he'll be able to just slide out of there, get the res off.
Oh, you gotta make sure you don't get picked off on either side, really, but now Xvero's got the perfect read on exactly what's going on here with DRX, considering the rotate.
Let's peek back in for a little bit more. It's me and Serena to try to see if they can come up with these kills, but the weaponry's just not great for them. Tuck back away from the haunt, to jump in the spot, looking for the flick shot. Can't make it happen, swing out. Alexi swings just a little bit wider. It's gonna be 13-8 once again, back-to-back map wins, RRQ. Now up to match point.
Looking strong. There's a reason they went 3-0 in the round robin. There's a reason they came into the finals as the higher seed. First seed at this tournament. Here from Spotlight Series Pacific, and they continue to prove that it wasn't by chance.
And 9 rounds in a row here for RRQ on that defender's side, avoiding the OT by a pretty wide berth this time around.
One enemy remaining. Left. activated. One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining. 10 seconds left. One enemy remaining. Last man standing.
Well, it was looking great for DRX until it wasn't. Second half struck, RRQ get the pistol, and they run it from there. 4 out of 6 on the post plants, 0-2 for DRX. Seems like they are just on struggle street here today.
Yeah, not really being able to find their footing on both halves. RRQ looking solid even here, and we saw it in the highlights as well, but want to give another shout out to Alexi for those 2 big clutch ups over on the B site. Of course, Xfero still leading the scoreboard in ACS. And everyone's firing on all cylinders on RRQ today.
Yeah, I mean, I think a nice little resurgence here from Flashback side. The Jet looking a lot cleaner for him on Corrode compared to what we were seeing on Split. But unfortunately, still, we're just rough around the edges across the board here for DRX. So now we get ready to go into map number 3 of this best of 5. It's going to be Sunset, a map that neither team has played at this event yet. See if DRX can hang around or if RRQ will get a clean sweep.
I've been thinking about your love tonight. 2 hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. 2-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. 2 hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. 2-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. I've been thinking about your love tonight. 2 hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. 2-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. 2 hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. 2-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. 2 hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. 2-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. I've been thinking about your love tonight. 2 hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. 2-step in me, baby, slide, slide.
share the same passion as esports athletes, Zowie continuously develops tailored products, empowering gamers to bring their best out. Today, we are launching the all-new XL2566X Plus, which uses the newly developed Fast TN panel and upgraded DRX technology. The new monitor series continue to evolve, refining details to ensure players can perform their best consistently in games.
Game changers. It's about competition, pure happiness. It's like a crazy experience. We're making history. It means so much to us.
It's good to be back. I guess you know what I've been looking for, success.
The beauty of gaming is it doesn't matter who you are. And as long as I'm good enough,
Everybody's getting a 4K.
I can go as far as I want.
That's what I like to see, baby.
全世界都会知道我们的厉害。
I'm ready to go.
Well, DRX able to find half the pistols in this series thus far, but 0 map wins, which puts RRQ at series point, the trophy within their grasp as we get ready to go into Sunset. We see Freeing still going to be playing this Clo, but Flashback, he's going to be bringing out the Yoru.
Okay, and Bane.
He's playing Waylay.
Yeah, going back to his duelist roots way back when. It's been a long time since we've been able to see that frequently. See how that plays out. Lots of little switch-ups here from DRX, but for the most part, it does feel like it should actually kind of work out to better individual comfort, and maybe that's what they've been missing, as RRQ has really been trying to find agent compositions where they can just say, hey, you know how to play this agent, go and frag out. It's working out for them.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see how this is going to be going. I mean, we played a bit of the Initiator in the first bout versus RRQ, so I'll play the Fade and Sova there. So it's going to be pivoting back to that for the first time, as otherwise been stuck on the Omen duty. So pretty big change up in the playstyle. But you mentioned Bane on Duelist. He has been hitting. He was the top fragger for them on Split and through a lot of the maps played at this tournament. So maybe the Waylay will suit him quite nicely. Have to just wait and see how this all transpires. But RRQ could potentially just bring this to a very swift conclusion with a clean sweep. Find out if they can get it done as we go into the first pistol here on Sunset.
Yeah, Mia does normally play that info initiator though heavily. Not even flash, so we'll see if that maybe puts her in a better position to be able to kind of play for herself, make her own decisions rather than having to wait for kind of these translated calls that are coming through the DRX comms.
Heavy mid-pressure here, RRQ. Not quite having a crossfire set up, though. As Xfero tucked back in over towards Boba and Market. There's going to be some shock darts exchanged, but damage not going to be found by either side.
Yeah, DRX currently recognizes, though, that the full rotate hasn't happened yet, so they find an opening to try to charge onto the B site.
Working their way in now. Through Market, Alexi just going to be tucked here. Backside box as Spike does get planted.
Spike planted.
It's going to be a 5v5 for the retake as Cam gets the spot onto one. Flashback taking point, ends up falling to the wayside as the kills start raining in here for RRQ. Monyet finding Bane, Serena playing close. Going to find two quick, easy taps, but the cleanup is going to be there as Freeing just gets overwhelmed. RRQ gain the lead in pistols and start off with a round win here on Sunset.
Just a lot of these flood retakes that RRQ has, especially on the pistols. It's just so smooth. They just walk in. There's no breaks, but it's not like they're overheating. It's just they're marching onward. Everybody knows exactly what their job is, where to be looking. The trades are lined up. Sure, Serena catches two of them off guard, but it's just too many people at that point. Despite a decent decision from DRX, RRQ will be able to recover that round. Now bringing out, okay, they're going to switch back.
Flashback.
Yeah, two Bulldogs, but, ooh, yeah. Flashback with the Outlaw himself. See if he's able to find a prime target here.
Given the more disconnected positions that RRQ playing, I wonder if they have a very solid grasp on this possibility.
And also given just the push up in mid on the pistol as well, not giving any chances.
Wait, oh, and okay, second shot will connect. Yeah, however, going to be traded out.
Down mid.
Spike now spotted there, top mid, recovered quickly into the hands of Freeing. Well, the swing back around towards an Airy. An Outlaw of her own is able to find a kill here onto Serena, and this makes for a very dangerous peak for Flashbacks. Doesn't really have any other options other than just hold and reposition. So it seems like DRX going to get clustered, start rotating over towards his A site, but you still have a full Cypher setup from Alexi to try to slow up this approach.
Yeah, you even have that cam in B main deep into it. They do hear it though, so
30 seconds
both
left.
sides getting the information that they would have wanted. You know that the setup is here. Don't want to take too many big risks with a tripwire, but you don't have many choices if you're DRX.
They are deeper trips, so no one really going to get caught on this entry, but even just having to push through this cage is an arduous task of its own. As Spam finds some damage, Freeing taken down at 36. She just fishing, Bane now dropped. Melee Bolt does get avoided with Flashback. I mean, it needs to kill 4 with an Outlaw. 3 of them susceptible to this, but unless they all line up, it's not going to happen. Takes Moniette down to 10, the one player with the full armor that he could have found. Moniette registers that and says, yeah, I'll lead the charge. Gets it done.
Yeah, good move from Moniette to just tank that for them. Sure, he'll have to buy up the armor again, but you'll take that over having to drop another weapon. And that Outlaw not really paying off, and that's going to cost Serena to have to just come in with the Sheriff here onto their buy round for DRX. Now, considering that she's going to be playing mostly that lurk, it's not the end of the world, but if they start to get picked off one by one, it could spell trouble if she can't recover one of the weapons.
The Spectre considering a peek off the recon, but it's quickly cleared, so instead we'll just try to play Xfero in here. Bait them forward for his teammate with that Bucky, but Bane reading the position incredibly well and finds the headshot instantly before suffering any damage whatsoever. Has a spot on Moniette as well, taking him down to 45 seconds, but Moniette cutting noise. Thought maybe he'd continue to play into the cubby there, but opts to lean in towards the site.
Yeah, wants to give himself some options to escape if push comes to shove. Now that you don't see them, now that the smoke has run out, he'll try to find different angles. Does have all of his utility if there's an emergency. But DRX, in the meantime, they've already drawn so much attention to A, they want to re-explore, as there's been no reactions from the B side of the map.
Nothing spotted here in main. Just Alexi at market, watching the door for now. Trip on entry, gonna get cleared out. Push now starting to come through. Is Alexi going to be decayed down low, but the shots from an Airy connecting, Freeing going to be taken down. Bane, however, that late linger ends up paying off as he finds a kill onto Moniette. Looks for a little bit more and does get cushy for his troubles. A lot of damage going to be suffered, but only just the 2 players now remain to try to break their way forward into this position. Flashback is able to get the jump. Alexi shall fall, and DRX are not going to allow for a bonus conversion.
Yeah, I was getting a little worried watching Bane on the minimap because he was still wondering if anyone else is left on the A side, kind of slow walking, and you know, if something went terribly wrong on the site itself, he might not have had time to get back in there. But good catches here from the main forces of DRX in the post plant. They're just not really considering the fact that there could be someone holding that close corner. It's a nice clean play. So now RRQ, they're gonna have to figure out how they want to push and pull on the defensive side, because they've given up too much space on both extremities that previous round.
Gone. And trying to go for this push. Cushy's able to swing off the back of that, so 1 for 1, losing half your smokes on the RQ side. DRX are going to be feeling pretty decent about that, given that they still do have Bane with the waylay to try to go on the entry.
Oh, this op angle that Anari's holding. Drone correctly spots her out, pushes her out of the exact angle.
That gives Bane a lot of space to try to move up. Tripwire to Modest for now. Clears it out as Drone goes checking in towards tiles and gets a spot onto 1, but doesn't see Freeing around that corner. So now DRX once again just starting to inch in this direction.
Cushy has an inkling of it, right? Because you still have 3 people on defense on the B side.
Very good position, and that's a clean shot from Bane.
Yeah, that does put some question marks here for RRQ. It's hard to rotate off of that one. Cushy just has to get a multi-kill.
Finds the first, but not going to be able to find a second. As well to get the one, but now you're going to be looking to retake, and comfortable weapons not in great places for Neri, so we'll have to try to just lean on this operator or just go for the save.
Yeah, this is a tough one to decide. I mean, 2v3, it is relatively doable, but with the operator, much tougher. Probably a case of seeing if they can get an early pick. If they do, they'll push in, but if not, gotta make the cold call to go ahead and save.
Slow drop down just here on the edges of the smoke. Swing out. Yep. Yeah, able to find the headshot, and that's going to have to be the retreat from Neri to just hold on to this op. So DRX, clean movements, good decision making. Able to play off those early advantages, as well as Bane just continuing to frag. That's going to be a tie up at 2-2.
We'll see if this operator will actually be saved.
There's
and if
no
it
way
does,
they can catch her, I would think.
Oh, yeah. Now, I was wondering if they'd go full sprint, but the Neon still had a lot of juice left. So both sides just keeping safe. See if that operator does prove to be valuable, or if it continues to hold them back. We see so many games where you kind of just have to keep saving the operator and you don't have a choice. So RRQ is going to have to make the right read on where DRX wants to go in the rounds coming up.
Clean responses here. Cushy maybe needing to play a little bit further back and allow for his teammates to join in alongside him. He did have the Hunter's Fury, so could have maybe tried to use that for a flood retake, but instead, it's going to be RRQ now on an eco. Sheriff's abound, aside from the saved op.
Just a quick TP out. So DRX, they make the call. They say, if the op is B, we're going to push it with 5. But if it's not, if we think we have the right read, and it has rotated, in fact, to A site, we will just have a free site. And at that point, the retake will be so weak again, they'll have to save the op.
Yep, in for free. RRQ now needing to get clustered cameras. Still there.
Spike plant.
It's widely just going to be able to see everything that RRQ already know, which is that they have the site and there's a lot of them.
Yes. Hunter's Fury now done for Mia. Bane went away from conversion paths as well, so he'll be looking for a kill here.
Fake teleport.
Or at least a fight, one way or the other, he'll get it.
Bane dialed in on the angle. If Neri continues to swing, he just be your demise, but shot ends up going a little bit wide. Bane under some pressure.
Whoa!
Cushy's able to find 2. Free and Mia both can take it down. Monyet gets involved. Cushy finds a 3rd, and suddenly it's only Serena in a 1v4. How have we gotten to this point?
I'm telling you, whenever they got pistols in hand, suddenly their retakes are some of the cleanest that we've ever seen.
A Thrifty with less than a second remaining on the defuse. What incredible shots from Cushy.
We gotta see it hopefully from a different angle again, because we saw the paranoia come out. Didn't hit the entire team. It hit a couple of them, I believe. But, I mean, we even had Mia not getting tagged by the op, getting that information. Bane tries to go for the shot. He actually turns around in time, still gets taken out by Cushy.
Well, it looks like we couldn't get the replay ready in time.
Yes, not. Yeah, they were fishing for it, but so much happened.
Yeah, I guess it all happened so quickly, so we're not going to be able to see it back, but incredible stuff from Cushy. 7-3-2.
Scanning ahead.
Recon swiftly cleared out. And Neri now pivoting, playing this side of the map. Ready for this advancement. Does get forced off the angle, but look at the covering fire from Monyet. The swap over onto the Vandal. As Cushy finds one with the Hunter's Fury, and it is just gorgeous on this setup from RRQ. Great responses. Spring will be able to find one, but it would have to be the ace clutch. And again, finds a second, but the push forward from Xfero is going to be unexpected, that close up. They will go ahead and get themselves over the line. Operator retained. RRQ now 2 rounds in the lead.
Yeah, this is just a hard read off the conditioning here from DRX, knowing that they've been really preferring this A side. You've got the op set up and protected. Hunter's Fury ready to go from mid. That way you still have eyes on mid at the same time. It's just a good pinch. There's no way for DRX to go. Now a variety pack by, but still with 2 Vandals, all ults online.
Do have 5, but How many do you really want to try to commit into this round? Gonna need to get the ball rolling first before you feel super comfortable going for it. Flashback, though. Will be the first to commit, but Xpero now plays forward into the smoke, unscouted by the Yoru. Monyet is just perfectly poised to get the shutdowns, whether it's on the waylay dives or on the exit from the dimensional drift. It seems he is just Johnny on the spot.
Spike down, B.
He finds a little bit more. This goes for a jiggle little check. This is his life for it, but the shock dart layered right there. Yep, the bottom of the feet. Mia goes down on RRQ, shrugging off the thrifty attempt here from DRX.
Oh, this is so good from Xpero. He somehow just calculates exactly when the Yoru is going to be popping out of that smoke and just trades places. It should be noted that he doesn't hear the Yoru until the Yoru sees him, so he just has the right read on the countdown.
Well, was just the one ult committed, but flashback going for the judge there in that previous round. Now is going to be Glass Cannon, and Neri continues to change up our position, but will be given away early. Sliding back.
There.
Expecting the aggressive push into the smoke, but we'll tap the door instead. Back away as Monyet. 2 clean kills, now a third freeing. He goes for the res, but I don't know if he really wanted to do that. Still is going to be able to find that kill, and Serena at the same time finds Xpero back over onto the B site. So suddenly, an opportunity to try to play themselves into this one as freeing is able to find Cushy before getting taken down by Alexi. It's now the 2 GC players of RRQ versus Serena and Flashback.
One enemy remaining.
And Alexi, pulling off the angle. I think Serena, hearing the reposition of the Neon, kind of gets baited forward right into their sight lines, and Flashback now known. They both not going to connect, makes his exit back into B main. So the pop flash finds the first, but the overdrive from Maneri will get the job done. Tracks onto the head, and RRQ will get to 6.
Yeah, really quick reactions from Maneri there at the end. She's already in the smoke, maybe considering the spike, but dips back out just in time before Flashback's able to try to predict where the second peak will be coming from. Nice attempt, but I gotta say also, while Aneri's been kind of smoked off or pushed away the past 2 rounds, that also lets RRQ know that they have the right read on what DRX is thinking. She's always there to meet the first contact. She just gets pushed away. Then RRQ knows that they can kind of react off of that based on what their preparation was for the round, and that is going to force Coach OD and the DRX camp to call a timeout. They've been figured out. They need a change of plans.
Yeah, everything that they've been flinging at RRQ has just been swatted away, so minute to try to figure out what they can do differently, but for Warbirds as well, see what kind of read he has on what potential changes could be coming through. It's certainly, you know, he's well experienced going up against the 3-player core of DRX, but going to be a lot less familiar when it comes down to whatever insights and changes OD might be looking to make.
True.
But so far, so good.
Yes, very good. I mean, the prep's good, and the counter reads on DRX's timeouts have been very successful. Warbirds not really having to expend any of his yet today. And so we'll see. I expect DRX to try to make a bigger move on some of these extremities earlier on in the round and then work the rest of the map. We'll see if RRQ has the right response. It does look like it on the B side. Once again, the op's going to choose the right place to be.
Is alone though, so very much on an island. Obviously with the Neon can slip away quickly, not just insta-killed. Wild pixel angle here is Clone going, swings out a little bit wider away from it. Very wise there from Maneri, but Flashback does manage to pursue fast enough to get the punish. Monyet considering a swing out of the smoke, and that shot is just so instantaneous. Freeing there with the trade, but Xpero already in around the back in this round. Not going to be working out for DRX whatsoever. RRQ are just absolutely dialed in as they already lock up a lead.
A huge lead. I mean, this is looking rough. Sure, they got the pistol. What patience from Maneri. Eventually gets caught out, but what that means is so much time has been spent. The Waylay wasn't able to dash all the way to the back, and DRX doesn't actually have full control of the site by the time they're trying to plant. You didn't clear the smokes, and you didn't quite get a crossfire over towards Boba. And RRQ punishes that hard. Now just a hero rifle for flashback, and he's gonna try to make the magic happen all on his own over on the A side.
Little peeks out on Moniette though, not slowing down. Checks in the mid, finds a kill. Serena now taken down. Deep trip here, looking for the grab, but it's just gonna be the refract. Require, however, will maintain its position as Xfero taking in behind the box, just trying to play this as quietly as he possibly can. Cameron out, cleared out. Mia on the peak, able to find one. The smoke falling, freeing. Good with one, good for two there with the stinger. Looks for the third, but won't be able to make it happen. Close but no cigar. RRQ move up 8-2.
Yeah, a couple of the RRQ players maybe getting a bit too far ahead of their teammates, but at the end of the day, DRX, they didn't really have anywhere to move or reposition or even be able to jiggle properly on the remaining fights. Just caught like fish in a barrel here, right in the middle of the site.
At this pace, we're looking at 3 maps done in 2.5 hours.
With breaks in between, I mean, RRQ has been just continuously stepping on the gas. They haven't let go of it the entirety of today.
Moniette now with the change-up. Keeping forward and Eric trying to backpedal out, but Relay Bolt finds enough of a stun for Bane to back away, so keeps her life intact here. Moniette again does it.
Jeez. Full control of mid just with a couple of these peaks.
Now, repositions over towards street side, but Mia will be able to find a nice timing on the swing. Xfero going to be popping the ultimate. Looking for the kill to try to re-earn his life. Gets it. Freeing now, going to be matching with the ultimate on the opposite side. Is an Eri quickly backpedaling. Works her way around the corner.
Saw her.
Try to find the repeat with flashback. He's dialed in for the headshot. Bane has the finisher. He's wrapping all the way around the back. DRX able to find some reprieve as they get themselves a third round win, but RRQ are still all smiles.
Yeah, it's still overall just enjoyable rounds here from RRQ. Still landing the shots they want to. Still getting a little bit of the first advantage on these first kills. I don't think they're too worried about DRX catching up to 3. 8-4 wouldn't be bad, but there's still that possibility of the 9-3 half as well.
We have the Wombo combo, put it in heavy air quotes though, the Dimensional Drift and the Hunter's Fury. Could be some early advantages as there goes the mask. Spotting him out, and that's 2 players towards that street side. Just trying to stay stuck to him here. Cushy going to be taken down, but Moniette still able to find me at the same time. And there he gone. As the dust settles, it's going to be a massive advantage now for DRX as Flashback finds Xfero. Smoke dropping. Lexi snappy as all hell.
Spike planted.
Finds that headshot.
I was about to say they have good control of the site. They lose out a little bit of it because of that. But it's still a numbers advantage for DRX. 2
players low on HP. Bane does have an Odin. Trying to be a thorn on the sides. Paranoia going through and freeing. Using that new nearsightedness. Finding one, the smoke dissipating. And yep, you've got a pinch here. A 180 pivot is what would have been necessary. Cannot make it happen. So it's going to be 8-4 at the half. DRX trailing. We saw RQ able to run back this very same scoreline on Corrode. They now need to do it here on Sunset.
Yeah, it didn't go so well over on the flip side for DRX. So we'll see if they can at least get that revenge. Try to make it all the way back. Look like they're starting to try to come into their own. Obviously, should have a little bit better control on the defensive side as well, as long as if they can shut down mid just early on. I think if you get kind of taken control of in mid on the defensive side on Sunset, the rest of the, bigger picture falls apart. More fans of DRX, the multiple signs that we talked about. Friends buying dinner for each other based on whether DRX wins or not.
Well,
it's looking tough. It's looking tough.
Yeah, you might be spending there a little bit.
Yeah, big signs for Xfero as well. One of the main characters that helped boost DRX all the way to champs.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of why you might see, so many people out here cheering against the locals.
True, true.
Because without RRQ, there would be no third place finisher champs for DRX.
There would not have been. It's a crazy story that both of them were able to work together to accomplish. But now DRX, they've got a bigger task at hand for now, right in front of them, trying to make this run back starting at 4 points.
Revealing area.
A flashback who was kind of in charge of mid and a crossfire available. We'll just go ahead and close that door nice and early. Takes a lot longer to break that during the pistol.
Shots out, Bane. A bit whiffy. I mean, Monet's looking across the opposite side of the stage, being like, how did you not kill me? Classic just hitting a little bit different. Does go down to 5 HP. Stiff breeze will take him down, but Alexia now lingering here in mid.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty big for Alexia if she can find that kill, especially since the site is mostly empty.
Has the jump freeing. Looks away from bottom mid right as she strikes. Mary suffering some damage here. Mia frantically trying to tuck in. Cubby there at Streets. In the meantime, flashback forward into the smoke, unable to find it. Xfero taking him down. The pistol looking great here for RRQ. Serena can only find the one. 3 players surviving RRQ. 4-2 in the pistols throughout. Now move up 9-4.
Not the start that DRX was looking for, but RRQ looking to speed run the finals here at the Spotlight Series in Pacific. We'll see if they can find the power within to try to stop this run. Obviously, even if you lose the eco, it's still at 10. Still not quite at match point, but it does look like it is going to get at least up to 10.
Feels like we're not that far away. Swing in, Serena, nice shot to be able to find the one. Freeing, desperately trying to find a little bit more, because she is there for the trade, and now it's flashback just with a classic. Door at market shut. Checking into mid. Is there anything that he can collect? Will just be a swap to a Sheriff. Perhaps a bit more hope, but it's gonna have to be some very dialed in headshots.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. You're gonna have to be ready for the trade, so with just 6 rounds, see if he can land them clean and if he's even gonna have the time to work off of it.
Yet holding out wide. Dink there into the side of the head. Shock dart layered in here at his feet. Flushes him out of the smoke and into Xfero's welcome arms. As he closes out a 3K. Gets RRQ up to double digits.
All right. Kind of do or die buy round here for DRX. Obviously not quite at 12, but the momentum is so far in favor of RRQ that you want to see DRX try to win this round and win it clean. Build up those creds, get that snowball going. Freeing still trying to lead the scoreboard, but my eyes are on Bane on that waylay to try to step up here on the defense. A lot more straightforward things you can do with that agent on the defensive side.
Drop in a smoke.
Mid control having to be yielded over. Still keep their eye on it though. They made their choice onto A on the defense, and it's just too many people. Kushi actually just gets a clean headshot.
Just a little bit faster. A bit of a delayed reaction there from Bane. Flashback making noise within Cybergate's going to try to pop himself out. Has 2 players lined up, so yet Xfero both 2 end up falling, and Mia cleans up the remaining 2. Rescuing DRX here in this round, perhaps as an air. He tries to find Freeing, but cannot. DRX. Well, one less win another round, but gap is still 5.
Yeah, still a ways to go, but if there was ever a hero play that was needed to try to stay in this game, it was that insanity that Flashback just showed, just boasting out of the cyber cage with a single flash, not knowing exactly how many people there are there. And in fact, lands 2 lined up. Mia sharp on the trades as well, both of them now bringing themselves up to 9 kills. Mia will have to go back down to a judge though. And oh boy, Fast takeover of A main. Flashback just putting some pressure to make sure there's no quick answer back on the B side. Wary still of the fact that mid has been completely opened up. Yeah, but look at him guessing. He kind of second guesses himself because there's no movement over on A.
The gate crash to try to join in a little bit faster, but Bane peeling back that kill on an Ares certainly does help the pressure. Now allows him to stay on this B side of the map.
Drone.
Saturate, lobbed in, connecting onto both. Easy cleanups here for Bane.
Spike down A.
Paranoia sent, gets the catch, but Bane just dashing out towards safety. Xfero trying to pursue it, but Bane is so cognizant of it. And now he might just be able to find an ace to try to rally DRX back into this map.
Yeah, Monet's just trying to run away, find some space. It's picked off by Serena, but really good decisions here from Bane. Not only does he try to hold on to the space, but as soon as he throws the Saturate, sees that it's not the Sova first, knows he can get the guaranteed double, continues to push around the corner. Right here, knows that that must have hit both at that point. It's just heads up from Bane, now back on the duelist. Now,
right here.
It's looking a little bit more likely. RRQ running out of creds.
Standing ahead.
Whittled away at. That being said, though, what really jump-started their massive win streak in the first half was a Thrifty. It was those Sheriffs, though Cushy does have a stinger. Looks like, oh.
Passes over.
That's got a Sheriff back. Just got a classic, but okay. There's the stinger striking. Sparrow forward into the smoke, able to find one. Serena peeks down from Boba. Stems the tide just a little bit here, but still working their way forward now into the site. Shock Dart not quite going to connect. Serena able to tuck away, avoids that damage. 4v4. DRX now needing to retake into these stingers as well as the recovered Vandal.
Yeah, Xfero with the Vandal and the not dead yet. The Clove Ultimate.
You've got Cushy now in main with a Hunter's Fury. Oh, but he's just gonna send it.
Yeah, just to buy time, I guess. If he gets a tag, maybe that's an easy kill.
Oh, Monette gets a kill. Bane will fall. Quick little adjust. Xfero finding the one. Now it's just freeing all alone. Finds the first, but cannot transition to the second. There's that Thrifty. Spoken into existence, it would seem, as RRQ keeping DRX held back. Still a 5-round advantage and just 2 away from closing out this grand final.
I think that's just something that RRQ's had here the entire week at the Spotlight Series, is the ability to say, when we go fast, we go as a team. When we slow it down, we still cover each other across the map. The cohesion has been there regardless of the pace, which gave them a couple more options. Even here, just a death ball trading the stinger from one hand to the next.
3 ultimates for DRX. They're gonna need every single one of them, it feels like, is just riding alongside the fast lane there, taking some space, but Monette slows it down. Just be a dry swing on the corner though, because she's trying to join in.
Spike down A.
It's just absolute chaos here.
I got the spike.
At best, I was gonna say it's gonna be a 2v3 here for RRQ, and they do manage to find the shutdown on the ult.
Now, wary of the other angles.
From spot one, flashback trying to clear that left side, but there he finds a perfect timing. Now brings it into a 2v2. Spot out coming through, trying to redraw the weapon. Some damage going to be dealt, but now it's Serena alone to try to get the clutch. Could turn around, could send out the neural depth, but wants to try to play this a little bit more quietly. Come in from an unexpected angle, and now invest the ultimate.
Waits for the second pulse.
Sparrow slowly slotting forward. Serena's just not ready for the reposition. Wisely played. As that is RRQ now getting up to match point. DRX needs 6 in a row with a broken economy.
The hope is not quite there for DRX, and despite their best efforts, making it into the grand finals and given an absolute banger of a match all throughout the week for their fans, looks like they don't have much left in the tank. All ults online on the side of RRQ as well to match.
That Hunter's Fury looking to just smother them out of this map, out of this series, out of this final, and out of trophy contention. Do have a potential combo, Dimensional Drift with the converging paths here from Bane, so maybe trying to isolate somebody.
They gotta get not picked off though.
Come on, yet slotting forward, but opts to go for the trip rather than just holding back a little bit further, so does get taken down. Swing out of the corner, Cushy maybe getting a little bit overzealous, puts Bane low on HP, but cannot finish the job. And Ari trying to go for the spray, but ends up being a little bit too frantic as Alexi now to try to see if she can get anything done, but cannot. It would have to be an ace clutch from Xfero to bring this map to its conclusion. Slides back in over towards the site, but the spike is a world away.
Yeah, I think you might even just consider...
He's got 50 creds, so.
Yeah, the save here. You know, you gotta think far ahead. You only need one round. So you kind of let this one go. If they walk into you, you'll gladly take the frags. Bank up some extra creds as well. But otherwise, let the timer run down. He has been spotted. Knows he has to just take the challenge. We'll lose it. DRX go for one more round.
Hold on by a thread. 5 more to go, but no ults expended from RRQ in that round. Never really even got the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, they all kind of fall apart, like you said, a little bit overzealous. They've already committed to that position in top mid. They get picked off one by one, leaving Xfero all on his own. Gotta imagine that that changes in the coming rounds. You know, again, just one round is all you need. A couple of death balls here and there. Pick a site. Wait for the ults to come online. A couple more points for the Huntress Fury for Cushy.
Here's the scary thing. This is another thrifty attempt from RRQ.
Oh, man. No, don't tell me.
What a brutal way to finish it would be.
It can't always end that way.
Well, Shock finds the trip. The second one, however, is there. And Serena able to play off of it. Nearly gets even more. Big reveal is there, but Mia going to be caught trying to hop up onto the half wall. Cushy collecting that, but flashback trading it. Moniette falling low. Alexi pushes in towards backside. Finds the enemy Cypher. Right click from Xfero. Trying to get the kill here on the Bane, but eventually he's able to find another weapon. Going to be upgraded. Freeing with a quick little check. Nothing going to be spotted. Spike still there on the floor. Alexi dropped. And Xfero trying to see if he can bring it to an end, but he cannot. Freeing will be able to close out the kill. DRX steadily moving forward, one foot after another, advancing towards this overtime. As RRQ desperately try to trip them up.
Yeah, I got real scared when Bane was getting caught off guard, trying to use his ultimate. So that ultimate has been adjusted as well, where you don't have to be locked in place for too long. You're not going to get pushed backwards off of it. But he still wants to make sure, just out of habit, that it goes through properly. And okay, another turn over here for DRX, now with an off.
You have the operator in Bane's hands, but there's no one on this A side of the map. You got 3 players from DRX positioned. Flashback. Trying to start working his way towards B, where Serena tries to hold the line. Clear of the recon. The overdrive finds damage, but cannot get the kill, because she will get the trade. It's Moniette moving forward, and that is not a clone.
Oh boy.
Flashback dead.
Oh, that makes this retake so much weaker.
The Hunter's Fury again is available now for Cushy.
Yeah, and Xfero can put himself on the line with the Clove ultimate.
Moniette goes into the spawn.
Jeez, they're everywhere.
I must wait a moment.
He's constantly trying to make him think. Triple approach now, getting ready to come through market. Smoke going to be cycled in. Hunter's Fury dialed in right towards him as Moniette. Oh, man. He's playing as the audio gets so scattered, and there it is. 13-8 all the way across in all 3 maps. RRQ. They take the series, the trophy theirs. They are your Pacific Spotlight champions.
A brilliant showing, and honestly, given the way they've played all week, we wouldn't have it any other way. A 3-0 match record in the round robin, a 3-0 game record here in the grand finals.
With this sweep, they only dropped 1 map the entire tournament across the last several days. It's the 1 map to Global Esports.
Really dominant performance here. Obviously, you know, Inari and Alexi always have been 2 of the brightest stars in the Pacific Game Changer scene. And the core RRQ roster really rising up to the occasion this year in Pacific. And we're seeing it come to fruition as the trophy gets lifted and RRQ celebrate their first off-season title in 2025.
nice win for them. Great performances from everybody here on RRQ. Obviously, yeah, some overheat, some SCA moments where people going crazy, doing some stuff that maybe they shouldn't do. I'm looking at you, Monyet, that knife attempt up in tower. But ultimately, this is a tournament all about fun, and let's go ahead and relive some of the fun moments from this sunset.
자, 2025년 스포트라이트 시리즈 퍼시픽의 우승팀 RRQ에게 큰 박수 부탁드립니다. Congratulations to the RRQ Spotlight Series, standing in front of the crowd here today in Korea. We're going to hear from all the players, starting with Monyet, and we've got a couple cheeky questions for Monyet ready to go. 자, 먼저 Monyet 선수와 얘기를 해볼 텐데요. 먼저 저희 우승 소감부터 듣고 제가 좀 재밌는 질문이 몇 가지가 있어서 그 다음에 또 다른 얘기도 들어보겠습니다. First of all, start easy. Obviously, how are you feeling about winning the trophy here?
It's nice. It's the first time I play on a mixed roster, and we did pretty well. And also the important part is we really have fun. We really enjoy our time here. So yeah, it feels nice.
제가 일단 첫 번째로 이 혼성 대회에 참여할 수 있었는데요. 너무나 재밌는 경험이었고 저희가 우승할 수 있어서도 너무 기쁘고 무엇보다도 저희가 이번 주 내내 여러분 앞에서 재밌는 경기를 치를 수 있었기 때문에 저는 그게 제일 중요했다고 생각을 한다고 하는데요. 제가 일단 엑스페로 선수한테 가기 전에 모니에 선수가 오늘 몇 번이나 좀 칼을 드는 모습이 보였었거든요. 좀 얼마나 원했는지 좀 얘기를 들어보고 싶습니다. Before we go over to 엑스페로, Monyet, I gotta ask you. There really seemed to be a couple times that you wanted to get your knife out. How badly did you want the knife kills today?
I really want one, at least one today.
Do you think you're going to continue that in 2026?
I don't know.
All right. 오늘 정말 꼭 한번 해보고 싶었는데 내년에 또 할 수 있는 기회가 올지는 좀 두고 봐야 될 것 같다고 하네요. 자, 다음으로 저기 엑스페로 선수 얘기를 들어보겠습니다. 또 이번에 옵 시즌을 좀 이렇게 승리로 시작할 수 있었는데 앞으로 바라보면서 좀 어떤 기분이 드는지 얘기 들어보겠습니다. So you start off the off season here with a win, Xfero. What does this mean for you looking into the rest of the off season?
I think for me, I take this event like for fun. Yeah, for money, and yeah, I think this is like the warm up for the next season. Yeah, luckily we get to win while enjoying the game. So it's nice.
Awesome. 네, 일단 저도 마찬가지로 저희가 즐길 수 있었기 때문에 무엇보다도 중요하고 사실 저희가 뭐 재미도 봤지만 또 우승 상금도 있었기 때문에 또 우승 상금을 받아서도 너무나 기쁘고요. 무엇보다도 저희가 이번 오프 시즌뿐만이 아니라 다음 해를 바라보면서 약간의 워밍업이라고 생각을 하고 있기 때문에 좀 좋은 준비의 시작이 된 것 같다고 말해 주셨습니다. 자, 다음으로는 저희 또 이번에 같이 하게 된 게임 체인저스 선수 두 분의 얘기를 들어볼 텐데요. 먼저 알렉시 선수의 얘기를 들어보겠습니다. 저희가 지난번에 얘기를 했을 땐 전체로 분위기가 좋다고 했는데 오늘 결승에서도 합이 잘 맞았었는지 얘기 나눠보겠습니다. So Alexi, when we talked to you before, you said that everything's going pretty well, the calls are pretty good. How was it today during the finals? Were you guys able to still go smoothly as planned, or was there maybe some different opinions?
I mean, our vibe is always consistent, like from the start and until to the grand final. So I think that's why we won today, because everything is so consistent today.
Who is kind of the biggest factor on keeping the vibes up?
I think for me it's Munyan and David Expero.
Expero as well.
Yeah, they always joking around like while in the round, So everyone is gonna laugh and like, go on the round.
Okay, I see Kushi chuckling. I'm gonna have to ask him later about his thoughts on that. 일단 알렉시 선수가 저희는 사실 처음부터 결승까지도 계속 분위기는 똑같이 너무나 좋았기 때문에 그 이후로 저희가 좀 좋은 경기를 치를 수 있지 않았나 얘기를 해주셨고, 제가 그럼 어느 선수가 제일 재밌게 해주나요? 그랬더니 알렉시 선수가 개인적으로는 몬예 선수 그리고 엑스페로 선수까지 농담을 워낙 자주 하기 때문에 게임 내에서 계속 분위기를 좀 텐션을 올려줬다고 합니다. 자, 다음은 저희 NA 선수 얘기 들어보겠습니다. Next we'll hear from NA. 자, NA 선수는 사실 저희가 그 사전 인터뷰에서 내가 꼭 다 이겨주겠다 이렇게 얘기를 한 발언이 있었는데요. 오늘 그래서 그런지 아까 그 코로드에서 궁극기를 꺼내면서까지 무조건 밀어내겠다는 그런 스플릿에서 그런 심리를 보여줬거든요. 얼마나 원했는지 얘기 들어보겠습니다. So Neri, we saw in the pre-interview, you were saying, Sharina, we're gonna beat you. Don't worry about it. And then I saw on Split, like you were pulling out the showstopper just to send her away. You seem to really want to make sure that you beat her today. So how badly did you want the win?
Of course, really badly, because that means we can eat super good food with them, and it's another trophy for the off season for us. So yeah, I won it pretty bad. But honestly, that was a misclick, so it was my fault.
Okay, we don't need to know that. But I also want to hear just how was it playing with the squad here throughout this week.
I think for me, they make it feel like I'm playing ranked with 4 friends, and everyone is always just joking around, being happy. Even if we're losing 3-9 or 4-8, the vibe is always so nice, and it's just really nice to play here.
Awesome, thank you. 물론 저희가 오늘 우승하고 싶었던 이유 중에 하나가 상금이 더 많아지면 더 맛있는 걸 먹을 수 있기 때문에 좋은 회식을 위해서 저희가 꼭 원하는 이유도 있었고요. 또 무엇보다도 꼭 이기고 싶었지만 사실 제가 그 궁극기를 써가면서까지 스플릿에서 세레나 선수를 상대했던 거는 솔직히 말씀드리자면 제가 잘못 클릭을 했기 때문에 제 실수였던 부분은 좀 제가 인정하고 싶습니다. 그리고 또 한 번 제가 질문을 드렸던 게 전체적으로 이번 경험이 어땠는지 물어봤는데요. 무엇보다도 5인 큐를 재밌게 하는 느낌이 들었기 때문에 저희가 지고 있어도 후반전에서도 좋은 모습을 보여드릴 수 있었다고 얘기해 주셨습니다. 자, 다음으로는 이번에 IJ를 맡았던 쿠시 선수의 얘기를 들어보겠습니다. Alright, Kushi, obviously you were kind of in charge of the calls I've heard this time around. We hear that Maniette and David were making a lot of jokes. Were they bothering you at all in some of your calls?
Definitely not. In fact, they actually helped a lot in the mid rounds. And for example, on Split, they actually helped define some rounds, if I say that correctly. And it's been like that since Pacific also. They've been joking around and keeping the vibes up. So if you guys also watch us, we like to go on a comeback. So yeah.
Awesome. 일단 IGL로서 사실 모니아 선수와 엑스페로 선수의 농담들이 방해가 됐던 적은 없고요. 오히려 오늘 같은 경우에는 스플릿에서는 특정 라운드를 오히려 이 두 선수가 리드를 해줬기 때문에 저희가 승리를 거머쥘 수 있었다고 생각을 한다고 합니다. 그리고 무엇보다도 저희는 사실 퍼시픽에서도 이렇게 즐겁게 경기를 하는 것을 계속 저희가 리드를 해왔기 때문에 앞으로도 저희를 지켜봐 주시면 저희가 더욱더 재밌는 경기를 보여드릴 수 있을 것 같다고 말씀해 주셨습니다. 마지막으로는 우리가 이번 주 처음으로 얘기를 나눠볼 수 있는 이번 대회 코치로 들어와 주신 워버즈 코치인데요. 한번 얘기 나눠보겠습니다. All right, Warwards, you were shaking or nodding your head in agreement that there were some comms disagreements. How did you feel about the chemistry overall of the players?
Yeah, I mean, it was really good. Even just coming in, just talking, I feel like everyone got along pretty well. We were able to have fun, but also win, and winning allows you to have more fun. So I think overall the vibes were really good, and we just all kind of clicked.
네, 저희 코치님이 보실 때도 전체로 분위기가 너무 좋았고 사실 분위기가 좋으면 이길 수 있고 이기면 또 분위기가 좋아지기 때문에 저희가 그런 좋은 케미를 보여드릴 수 있지 않았나 싶다고 하셨는데요. 저는 솔직히 궁금했던 게 타임아웃 때도 그렇고 너무 열심히 진지하게 하셨거든요. 좀 너무 이악 물고 대회를 치른 건 아닌지 한번 얘기 나눠보겠습니다. Robert, I also wanted to ask you, you were taking the timeout super seriously. I saw you locked in a lot of these. Are you sure you weren't taking things too seriously compared to all the other players?
It's my job to be here to win, so it's good that we can have fun, but also like the goal is to win. I know Aneri and Alexi came in second place last time, so we wanted to do it for them. But yeah, it's also just like a learning experience for all of us. You know, it's kind of a collide between two worlds, so yeah, it's try to give as much feedback as possible. Help teach everyone new things. Kush, he hasn't IGL'd in a while, so yeah, it's just a big learning experience for everyone here.
Awesome. 사실 제가 이제 코치진으로서 이겨야 되는 건 제 책임이니까 저는 좀 더 진지하게 해야 된다고 생각을 하고요. 또 무엇보다도 작년에는 에네리 선수와 알렉시 선수가 2등을 했었기 때문에 또 두 선수를 위해서 저희가 무엇보다도 이번 스포트라이트 시리즈를 우승하고 싶어서 저희가 조금 더 열심히 한 부분도 있고 무엇보다도 저희가 이번에 이 계기를 통해서 좀 많은 걸 배울 수 있었다고 생각을 해서 좋은 경험이었다고 생각을 한다고 말씀해 주셨습니다. 그럼 마지막으로 저희 팬분들께 쿠시 선수의 인사 한번 듣고 저희 인터뷰 마무리하겠습니다. Last but not least, Kushi, I just want to give you a chance to thank the fans here. We've got actually quite a few RRQ fans, perhaps after what happened in Pacific, a lot more Korean fans now, but also those watching abroad as well. Anything you want to say to the fans?
Thank you for all your support. Definitely, we couldn't make it this far without you guys, especially at home also. And yeah, hopefully in the next matches, the Falcons and the RRQ, we can show you guys a good match to watch. Thank you.
네, 박수 쳐주시면 감사하겠습니다. 쿠시 선수가 저희가 이번 주 이렇게 끝까지 달릴 수 있었던 이유들은 모두 다 여러분 그리고 또 집에서 시청해 주시는 분들 덕분이기 때문에 감사드리고 싶고요. 앞으로도 또 게임 체인저스에서 팔콘스 베가 그리고 퍼시픽에서 RRQ를 많이 응원해 주시면 좋은 경기 보여드리도록 열심히 하겠습니다라고 인터뷰해 주시면 다시 한번 이번에 우승을 거머쥔 RRQ에게 뜨거운 박수 부탁드립니다. So congratulations once again. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we have the award ceremony here at the Spotlight Series Pacific. 저희는 잠시 쉬는 시간 가지고 시상식으로 돌아오겠습니다.
That we will in just a brief moment, but to go back through everything that transpired there on Sunset, I mean, it kind of just shows itself right there. 13-8 in the scoreline, 13-8 in first kills for both of the teams. RRQ just had the upper hand, and those Thrifties certainly did them some pretty heavy favors as well in being able to seal the deal on this series. But for everybody watching, honestly, this has been such a fun tournament. I'm really happy to have been able to do it for last year as well as this year, and also having it in person rather than online, which is how it was last year, because it's always a very fun time to just experiment, shake up the rosters, as well as show off some of the best talent that we have here in Pacific when it comes down to game changers. So I think overall it's been a very good time for all of us, but fortunately just at 3-0 here on the day. RRQ just a little bit too OP when it came down to it, and DRX continuing to shift up some of their roles probably didn't do them any favors either. But this one is all about just having fun, showing off, playing some different stuff, and ultimately just having a good time of it. But now that this one's done, we can fully invest in showing off and getting ready for Game Changers Champions, which is going to be happening in Seoul, South Korea. I myself am going to be attending that one in person. Maybe I'll make an appearance on the broadcast. Who really knows? But it's going to be a good time, so make sure you guys tune in for that as well, because it is going to be a sick series, and there's going to be plenty more off-season tournaments I'm sure that we can all look forward to. But we are going to go to that break, and when we come back, we will have the awards ceremony, find out who our MVPs are going to be.
I've been thinking about your love tonight. I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide. Your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide. I've been thinking about your love tonight. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. I've been thinking about your love tonight. Two hearts gonna make our worlds collide, baby. I just wanna be the one to treat you right. Two-step in me, baby, slide, slide.
Playing a part, yeah, left me stunning. All of these things I never knew I wanted. Deep down, I probably always saw it coming. But I thought I could let go. Dodging echoes. Deep down, I probably always saw it coming. I think I saw it coming. Now I'm in a free fall with nothing to hold on to. Face upon the end. Pray for the wind to slow down the feeling and let me somewhere new. Step down the ground, it's coming soon. Wishing I could just free fall into you. Hey yeah, hey yeah. Wishing I could just free fall into you. Hey yeah, hey yeah. Wishing I could just free fall into you. Hey yeah, hey yeah. Wishing I could just free fall into you. Hey yeah, hey yeah. Words dripping from my lips like forbidden honey. Heart in your stomach on the verge of running. Deep down you probably always saw it coming. But I thought I could let go. Dodging echoes. Deep down I probably always saw it coming. I think I saw it coming. But it was too much to say, too much to face down. Save face and hoped it would work out. Played safe and hope that you come around. But now it's too much to take, too much to figure out. Checkmate, nothing to say now. Dead weight, we're on the way down. Now I'm in a free fall with nothing to hold on to. Place for the end. Pray for the wind to slow down the feeling and let me somewhere
Nights like these are therapy. I feel my sorrows fading, fading away. I close my eyes to see the light that's shining deep inside me. I just can't sleep, get lost in these moments. Can't press repeat, gotta freeze it and hold it. I'm in too deep, as deep as the ocean. No, I just can't sleep, cause I'm lost in these moments. Lost in these moments. Lost in these moments.
And here we are back
DRX
for the
RRQ.
awards ceremony. We'll figure out who our MVPs
DRX
are going to be.
T1과 글로벌 스포츠가 함께하는
That's
스포츠
right, we
시리즈
got
퍼시픽
our
GS
Korean
아시아
caster,
나흘간의 여정은 모두
Caster
마무리가
Park
됐고요.
on the
이제
stage to
시상이
introduce the
앞내놓고 있습니다.
awards.
VCT와
Of
게임
course, we already know which team
체인저스의
won,
성적을
but we
썼던
do
만큼
have
새로운 시도를 좀 만나볼
MVP
수가
awards
있었고
for
그
two
과정
players,
속에서
one from
많은
the
분들이 즐겁게
VCT
보셨던
main
것 같은데요.
roster and one
그럼
from the Game
지금부터
Changers
시상식을
roster. So
진행해보도록 하겠습니다.
curious to see who
시상식은
picks those up.
2위, 1위 그리고 MVP의 순으로 진행이
We'll start with the
되겠습니다.
second place.
자 그럼 먼저 2위에
Of course,
대한 시상을
not
진행해 보도록
not
하겠습니다.
after the match they probably wanted today, but
GS 아시아
still a good
2위
showing throughout this week.
DRX입니다.
Absolutely, and still a good prize pool to take home.
That's
15K for the organization.
There's DRX coming out here for their second place award.
스폴라이트 시리즈 퍼시픽 GS
And
아시아
albeit a little bit of a rough showing in the grand finals, but all five of them definitely having their moments throughout the week.
큰 박수
And we
부탁드리겠습니다.
got to see people in several off roles as well, lots of experimentation, lots of fun to be had, and of course playing in front of a good crowd throughout the weekend as well.
Where's our
그래서
fake
잠시 기념
esports
촬영이
check?
있겠고요.
The bigger one, yeah, like the full name and everything.
I want to bring that back. The good old days.
A little photo op as well.
네, 다시 한번 큰 박수
Photographers
부탁드리겠습니다.
and the fans.
But it was very well played.
자리로
Yes.
Nice to see me and Serena have some good performances here on the stage alongside these players. And yeah, the crowd definitely loving being able to see these guys, especially off the back of
우승팀에
champions.
대한
Oh, yes,
시상을 진행하도록
exactly.
하겠습니다.
And also, specifically for Mia, getting that
스폴라이트
offline
퍼시픽
experience,
GS
probably
아시아
huge moving forward
챔피언
for her career in
RRQ입니다.
Valorant.
Our first place team here, the Spotlight Series Pacific, is RRQ. Very well deserved.
스폴라이트 시리즈 퍼시픽 GS 아시아 챔피언 우승팀에게는
Yeah, just
2만 달러의 상금과 함께
dominant
트로피가
performance
주어지겠습니다. 다시
this
한번
time around. The
축하드립니다.
trophy given as well. And it's going to pick that one up. This one doesn't seem too heavy.
That Armaniette is just more ripped than we could have anticipated.
It could be. Jumping up with it as well.
포토 타임을 가지면서 앞쪽에
I see
포토 타임을 한번
Sparrow and
가져보도록
Monyet
하겠습니다.
still having a lot of fun. You could tell too, just during the games, just what a good time these five were having.
Oh yeah, I mean you got to talk about it during the interview, but you know wanting to just go for the knives, trying to get that so desperately through,
네, 다시 한번.
and then he did eventually.
Yes.
자, 그럼 계속해서
The
이번에는
one on Corrode.
VCT MVP와 게임 체인저스 MVP에 대한 시상을
And
진행해
now we
보도록
have the
하겠습니다.
MVP again.
VCT
One from each
MVP입니다.
part of the roster.
스폴라이트 시리즈
First, the
퍼시픽
VCT
GS 아시아
MVP.
VCT
Here at the Spotlight
MVP는
Series Pacific.
RRQ의 몬예십니다. 축하드립니다.
Monyet.
Monyet from RRQ.
Taking home the bag as well as the accolade here, Monyet.
RRQ의 몬예 선수에게는
I mean,
5,000달러
yeah, I mean, both as the, I'd say the foundation of the team probably throughout this one, keeping the vibes up, keeping the energy up. But he was just fragging on a different level today.
Yeah. No,
well, I'd say today, throughout this entire tournament, he is having some great performances. Obviously, yeah, a couple stumbles, a couple out there moments, but that's to be expected.
게임 체인저스 MVP에 대한 시상을
Absolutely,
진행하도록
especially
하겠습니다.
when it's Monyet.
스폴라이트 시리즈
Still
퍼시픽
carry that
GS
through.
아시아 게임 체인저스 MVP
Now the Game Changers
RRQ의
MVP is going to
알렉스입니다.
be
축하드립니다.
Alexi from the RRQ Spotlight roster.
마찬가지로 게임 체인저스
Very
MVP에게도
well deserved as well.
주어지겠습니다. 다시 한번
As a pass over the champion board to be able to grab the MVP one. I mean, and Neri also had some incredible
Yes.
moments. You know, really clean stuff when it came down to playing the Neon playing Duelist here alongside RRQ. It was a little bit of a tough bout, but I'd say looking at the tournament as a whole, Alexi was the one who kind of came online a little bit earlier, looked a little bit more comfortable from the outset, and had just a wonderful performance overall.
Exactly.
So big congratulations to both of our MVPs and to RRQ again for being the Spotlight Pacific's champions.
Yeah, it's great to see all of them perform. Looking forward to more from them throughout the offseason and 2026, but I think that's going to be it for us here as well, Achilles.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's great to do this offline and be here in Gwangju alongside you, Chobra. Always a pleasure. But everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. This is a fun tournament. Your viewership means that we get to do more of this in years to come. So thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm sure and hopeful that we will see you back again next year for another Spotlight series.
Aqui é só pentada.
Last player standing. Down B. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Vai para o ladinho, toma, vai safada. O bagulho é doido, só sequência de rajada. Então, bota de ladinho, toma, sua safada. Ficou viciada.